Opie and Jim have taken off. Suck it up for a day. Here are your hosts, Mark Normand and Ari Shaffir.
To the point. Holy hell, here we are. Sirius Radio. Mark Normand here. You know him. He's here. He's gay. He's ready to rock. I don't know why I'm going morning zoo here. I'm just trying to be different than Opie. Lord knows we all want that. Joking. We love you, Ope. Thanks for having me. We got a nice box of munchkins here. Are they munchkins or donut holes?
Munchkins.
When did a donut hole become a munchkin?
It was always munchkins to me. I was never donut holes till recently. I thought that was like the cool hip thing to say.
No.
Like it's a hole, it's the reverse.
When you were a kid, that was called a munchkin?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I heard that.
Really?
Did you hear that, Trev?
Well, yeah, I think the Dunkin' Donuts donut hole is a munchkin.
Oh, so it's a Dunkin' thing.
Yeah, you go to Tim Hortons, it's a Timbit.
It's a Timbit?
Wait, I'm not understanding the connection between Dunkin' and Munchkin. Kin? Just kin?
No. Dunkin' invented the munchkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't grow up with Dunkin'.
Oh,
I'm a Southerner. I'm from Louisiana. So we just had donut holes because we're not creative in the South. Unless it comes to lynching, then we get pretty open-minded. I'm joking, folks. Jesus Christ. Tough way to start that. All right, Ari hung up. Let me just give you a whole background here, folks. The name's Mark Normand. I've been doing the show for a while. I've been listening to the show since I was in college, so it's an honor to host it and sit in the hot seat. Also, when Jim Norton's not here, pressure's off. But I was going to host this with Joe List, my partner in crime, and he's in Houston on the road. So then I said, me and Ari have a good rapport. Ari Shaffir, very funny comedian, big Jew face, pothead, shroom weirdo. He is a friend of mine. I said, I'll host it with Ari, and Ari said, I'd love to host it with you, but I'm getting a colonoscopy. I'm getting my asshole flushed out with holy water, or whatever they do, facing Mecca, praise Allah. And he couldn't do it, but he's going to call in from his colonoscopy live. Hopefully we can get him back if he's not getting pounded or whatever they do. They got a civil rights hose up his ass over there. But so I said, hey, who else I got on the old short list? My old buddy Greg Stone.
Yeah.
How you doing, Greg?
Yeah.
All right. Greg's a comedian in New York. You've done my show Tuesdays with Stories many times.
Yeah.
And you got a gift of gab, I'd say.
Love to talk. Won't stop. Voices are always happening.
Yes.
In my head.
New Jersey's own. Greg Stone. How you doing there, Greg?
Oh, this is unbelievable. I haven't been up this early. I want to say in 20 years.
I know.
Legitimately 20 years.
I wrote it down, actually. I wanted to get to this. Seinfeld has this old joke from the 80s about this night guy and this morning guy.
Yeah.
And morning guy hates night guy because night guy's sitting there going, let's stay up. Let's watch a movie. Let's jerk off. Let's finger ourselves. But then you wake up and you go, what was I doing? I should have just passed out. And then you hate yourself in the morning.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I wanted to blow my brains out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, Mark, I'll see Mark. Just get to Mark. Get in that damn train.
Yes.
Have a fun, great time. I got some coffee, ate some eggs.
They give you free coffee here. That's pretty good.
I paid for this coffee.
You paid for that?
You gotta be fucking kidding me. They got free coffee? You gotta have that in the memo.
I should have told you. I figured, hey, it's a corporation. Serious. They got Howard Stern.
They got pretzel sticks. I always get the free pretzel sticks.
They got pretzel sticks?
Yeah, they got a room full of pretzel sticks and all the brisk you could drink.
Brisk?
Yeah. Brisk iced tea. You know, like a brisk.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Jewish brisk.
Yeah, get your dick cut. Whatever you want, man. Get a pretzel stick, your dick cut.
That's a steal. How do you feel about these circumcision? I'm circumcised. Are you?
Yeah.
I got a lot to say about circumcision. First of all, everyone should be doing it. I know everybody's like, I know this is when I get angry tweets, but just get yourself circumcised, get your kids circumcised. It's good. It looks better. It's hygienic. Yeah. And then they get these, it's barbaric. It's unnatural. Well, so are braces.
Yeah.
So are other things.
Shoes.
Shoes are unnatural.
Well, shoes are unnatural. It's
right.
rubber. Yeah, fuck them. That's fucked up.
Glasses?
Yeah, come on.
That's unnatural. They're made by
piercing your ear?
What?
People don't stand against ear piercings as much as they do braces.
That's a great point.
You know what I mean? Like, I've seen guys with 12-gauge pieces in their nose. You could see through the brain, and they were like, "Cool, that guy's hip."
Yeah, right.
Briss, what are you, fucking barbarian? That makes no sense. It's stupid.
Now, on the flip side of this, I completely agree with you. But now every joke in every movie, and a lot of female comedians have these jokes about like, "Have you seen an uncircumcised dick? Gross." And it's like,
well, that's harsh.
Well, that guy's got feelings.
That guy's got emotions.
There's I don't know what it is. 30% of men are uncircumcised. So he's watching this. They're all in the theater just going, "Ah, shit." I mean, you make fun of a fat chick, you get shamed, you're a piece of shit, you get fired. Circumcised dick guys, go nuts! Say whatever you want, throw them to the wolves. It's not fair.
No, it's not right. That's how 30%?
I'm assuming. I mean,
assuming you pull that one out of nowhere.
I don't know. Can we get some statistics on that, P. Diddy? What do you think? Can we get 30. Some stat? How many guys are circumcised in America compared to uncirc? I'd like to know.
Smegma. You ever heard of smegma?
Oh.
That's the most disgusting thing. It gets in there. You get a little infection. No.
I get smegma when I jog, and you get between the ball and the thighs, a whole wonder world of lube and just gooey shit.
Yeah. It's a treat. I call that the treat. Teach this to my girlfriend. Give it to her.
Yeah. What do you got? Here we go. We got some answers here. 77% are circumcised. I was pretty close.
It was pretty great.
23.
4%? You were off by 4%?
No. I was off by 7.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't do math.
I have dyscalculia.
What is that?
It's a math disease. I can't compute numbers.
Yeah, me too. But they call it dumb. I'm a dummy.
Damn it.
Sorry.
My doctor said the same thing.
But is it a Jewish thing? Because I'm Catholic.
Of course.
Well, I'm an atheist.
It's a part of the religion.
But the Briss thing, but I don't understand because I'm not Jewish. I don't even know anybody Jewish.
The Jews had a good idea and we all went with it.
That's great. Oh, so then that's what happens now? Well, cars. That's a Italian thing. I don't know who made a car. Ford, white guy?
Ford, white guy.
It's a white thing.
But, I mean, it's just a good idea is a good idea.
Good idea is a good idea. So why is it a religious thing now?
Because they started it.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Maybe you don't agree. Let's get the Jew in here.
No, I'm saying, how come if the Jews started, but they're like, oh, it's a Jewish thing, but it's like, well, whoever invented coffee, it's not a Colombian thing.
Or, interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how come they get the all? No, it's a good idea. It works. It's healthy. It's sanitary. It's an everybody thing.
I see what you're saying, but I like that. I think whoever invented it should get the praise.
I don't know, because then that's that whole thing with people talk about what's it like cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
and it's like, and then people are like, well, and you can't do our culture thing. It's like, no, we all do everybody's things. You get a good idea, and we all jump on it.
I don't get that either. What is that appropriation?
It drives me insane.
They go, this white guy's rapping? That's offensive. Well, hey, you're going to college, Mexican. I'm joking. Jesus.
No,
but we invented college. Whitey. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I assume.
We could just make up things. Who cares?
Maybe the Asians. Who's smart?
Nobody knows who I am.
It wasn't Jehovah's Witness, I'll tell you that.
I'm saying, I used to skate. And you skated too. We were skaters.
Yeah. Back in the day.
I rollerbladed. I hate to, now I'm going to get a lot of tweets. I'll get more tweets about fucking rollerblading being gay
than anything else. We called it.
I used to skateboard and I used to rollerblade in Newark. And that was before anybody who wasn't white was doing it.
Yeah.
So all my friends who started skating was because I would give them my old skates and shit. And I wouldn't have had anyone to skate with if people were against cultural appropriation. I mean, now there's all black people, Puerto Ricans, we're all fucking skating.
We're all skating.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like, wouldn't you consider that cultural appropriation?
Of course, but it never goes the other way. No one ever goes, hey, that's very white of you. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that white thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that, but you go to,
we all
go to
do
jail.
It. It's like doctors. Sorry, I got a whole thing on this. It makes me fucking crazy.
Let it out, sister.
No, because like you look at something, you're doing something good. Well, we add on that.
Yes.
And we make it better.
Yes.
If not for cultural appropriation, we wouldn't have pierogies, raviolis, wonton. It's all the same shit.
Yes.
Just done by a different race.
It all gets sensitive when it's a black-white thing. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know why that's the big hubbub. But like, here's another. I'll throw you one further there, Stoneface. Sports. Oh, everybody always goes, white people stole rock and roll. I'm like, well, what do you mean we stole it? We just did it.
Yeah.
You guys did it, then we did it. If you say that, then that means black people stole sports.
Yeah.
Because sports are now 98% black.
Yeah.
But we're not saying you stole sport. You're just good at it.
Also, you're us. We're all us. We're all fucking
us.
people.
Yes.
You're not that. We're all the same fucking thing.
That's another thing.
Get crazy and insane. Makes me absolutely pissed. And this is a whole thing, and hopefully whatever. But It's like I don't like to do the whole thing. It's like we're all dying. You know, if I see a person, I go, that was a black person who's dead. I go, that's a person, and a person is above. Like it goes like to specifics. General is the bigger idea.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if you stop people from being murdered,
right,
everybody else stops being murdered by that, and it gives people like white people the idea of like, well, then that's also you. So you need to fight just as hard because it's like that's not just them, that's you.
That's
so
good.
Fight for them because it's us who are dying out there. You know,
that's another thing I never got. Also, I'm digging what you're putting down there, but when I got some black friends who are comedians, and you go, this black guy was really funny, and they go, why has he got to be a black guy? Why can't he just be a funny guy? And you go, well, he is black, and he's funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, why do you have to mention he's black? And you're like, all right, great. But then when a black guy gets shot, they go, that black guy got shot. I'm like, why does he have to be black?
Yeah.
Why is he now black? But he wasn't black when he was funny? Ah!
To that, I guess the idea with the black being shot is because there are statistically more black people being shot, so there's a trend that people are trying to fix. I guess, but also to me, you don't hold me. I believe it's more poor people,
of course,
and it just sucks. The racism comes from the fact that there's more poor people in those communities that are black. So that's what we need to fix, because it's not black people, it's poor people, but there's more poor people who are black than minorities. So that's why that's happening. But I also could be wrong. I do no research.
I do no research either, and I only go off of Twitter. Yeah, that's my main source of information. But yeah, I don't know. I got a black guy coming in later. I called in a friend of mine, Chris Allen. Mm-hmm. He's a black activist or a blacktivist, and we're going to talk about all the shootings and the whole thing and what's what and who's who and what's gay.
Got into it too early, and I'm going to have to change my tune when he comes here with statistics, and I'm going to be like, I guess you were right. That's why. I'm sorry.
Well,
who knows?
That's another thing, too. I think, this is my theory, that a lot of these super left... And I want to get into left and right, because I don't even know which one I am. No. So maybe we'll do a little test.
Yeah. So...
these leftos, they say stuff like, now you go, hey, we need to have some kind of like TED talk on how to talk to police.
Yeah.
And then people go, whoa, that's racist. And I'm like, well, I haven't even said what race I'm talking about yet.
Yeah.
So you have some ideas in your fucked up head.
Yeah.
HuffPo or Jezebel or whatever the hell it is.
I love that you're talking to them in a room. You're talking to HuffPo in a room, and they're going, Mark, you fuck. We're talking about race.
Yeah, they always assume you're talking about this race and that race. You're like, whoa. Now we know what you're thinking, buddy boy.
Yeah.
So that bugs me.
Yeah, I got a lot. I mean, like I said, I grew up a block out of Newark, and my stepdad was a cop, and I was always this thing that was just like, no matter what happens, you do what they say.
Yeah.
You handle it in the police station. And he was like, I don't give a shit. He goes, there's some of them are nuts. My stepdad was a cop, and he was like, some of them are fucking nuts.
They're not. Cops are nuts. They're assholes, and we have to deal with, not saying they're all assholes. I can't just generalize like that, but you got to deal with it and try to survive. You want to survive or not?
Yeah. But then again, I understand the fact so there's a lot of understanding. I think it's like, I understand there's like two sides.
Yeah.
And I just understand what they're going through, and I also stand with them, but nobody is coming together to be like, see through that guy's eyes.
Yes.
See what the cops are going through, see what the black people are.
Exactly.
And then you'll understand why everyone's so fucking terrified right now.
Of course. Adam Carolla, you ever listen to his podcast?
I listen to yours, and that's it.
Okay, well, he had an interesting point about, and I agree, black people are getting slaughtered, and it's ugly, and the whole thing bums me out. But he had a great point about how everybody's like, the cops are racist, and he's like, well, Hitler's racist, because Hitler hated Jews, and he put Jewish men and women on the fucking train.
Yeah.
There's no cops walking around just shooting black women.
Yeah.
It's mostly men. It's like 99.9% men. But nobody goes, it's a men thing. They just go, black people.
Yeah.
But if the cops are racist, there would just be piles of dead black people everywhere.
Well, all right, now this is fucking gonna sound shitty.
Oh boy.
I don't know how to articulate this, but understand I'm trying to come from a good place. When I used to work in a restaurant, right? There was always a thing where people were like, oh, black people don't tip.
Of course.
And now that was shit, it was shitty, and also I treated every person the same way. Right, I even had a guy one time where he gave me a $50 tip on a $20 bill, and I was like, "Hey, dude, you left a $50." And he's like, "Why the fuck you think I couldn't leave that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Your bill was $20, and you just left me $50." And he was like, "No one ever treats me right in this restaurant. You treated me right. I'm taking care of you. I own a business. People look at me, they think because I'm black and I have dreads, and I'm not going to tip." And I was like, "Wow, that's whatever."
Yeah.
That being said, though, we had a conversation, and it was like, "Yeah, I work next to Patterson," and it was like, "Yeah, we got a lot of shitty people who'd come in and not tip. A lot of them were black, and black people knew it."
Yeah.
But why was that? So the thing was, is that not happening? It's just because, most of the people I don't know why it was happening. But then when you're a cop and you were working in a shitty neighborhood that is primarily minorities, and then that shit is happening, you I don't know how to say this because sounds really fucking racist, but it's like you see you have to have detective clues.
You
know
have to
what I mean?
profile.
You have to a little bit.
Of course, we all do it.
Fixing not being racist isn't the problem. Not being like, I think the problem is fixing the fucking underlying thing of why are these people poor?
Right.
Why is this happening? Get that out of there.
Yes.
Because I mean, if you see someone in you're gonna see someone in a uniform, you're gonna think they're a cop. It's like, oh my God, that's the fucking worst thing I've ever said.
No,
I can't get to the point I'm trying to say without sounding like a piece of shit.
If you have any opinion, you're labeled a racist, and if you try to get to the bottom of the problem and try to solve it, you're a racist. It's like if you had a leak in your house and you called a plumber and you're like, hey, we got to patch this up. He's like, yeah, we do. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to get some caulk. Whoa, easy, buddy. Caulk. I didn't know you were a prejudice. No, we're just trying to find it out, figure it out.
I think it's okay to be racist, not racist, but like to say these things as long as you're open to talking about them. We're talking about it and we figure it out, and then you say, well, there's the flaw in your thought process. Well, that's fine. At least I was able to say it and correct it.
Exactly.
Yeah, when people ban the N-word in the NFL, I was like, that's stupid. Let them say it so then you know who the racist person is.
Ooh.
Then you talk to that person.
Yes.
Then you put them in a class.
There you go.
But don't hide the racism, or don't hide not even racism. I hate to say that word. Just don't hide the ignorance.
Yes.
Let people see the ignorance, because ignorance can be filled. It's an empty glass. Fill it with water. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree.
Conversation.
And people always say that. We need to have a conversation about it. Then you do, and they go, well, you're fired. Well, which one is it? I thought you wanted a conversation. Oh, you want a conversation where people are saying the exact things you want.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the thing. I have no hate in my heart, but I do want to fix this and get to the bottom of it.
Of course.
So it's like, I might be wrong, but let me be wrong and let's talk about it. Let's get it out there.
Yeah, and it's going to be slightly uncomfortable, and feelings might get hurt, and blah, 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 but that'll be fine. Let's get it over with.
I also have no problem being wrong.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, I'm not, I agree. You came in, you've changed my thoughts. Perfect. Now we're moved on.
It's almost like the country in America, black and white, or we're in like a relationship, and we're having that thing where nobody wants to say it, but then it just keeps fighting, and then eventually somebody's going to go, I hate your mother, or whatever, and then we go, all right, and then you get through it, and then it's fine.
Yes.
But we're in that, no one will say it.
Yes. No, you're right. It's like when you fight with your girlfriend. And like, your mom's a fucking bitch. And then she goes, all right, you said what you think. And they go, all right, cool.
Yeah, and then cool out.
Let's calm the fuck down.
But instead, we're trying to beat around the rosemary bush for 20 years, and we're getting nowhere, and people are dying.
And it's kind of hilarious because we legitimately are the same fucking thing.
We're the same thing.
We're the same fucking thing. And it's like, I get it. It's just, it's insane. And, I think you grew up the same way I did.
I grew up in Tremay. It was all black. It was fucking rough.
Yeah. I was the only white guy. I was,
me too.
That's how it was. It was fine, but it was, cause I didn't like them. I kept to myself, but no, I'm just kidding. Jesus, please. If you don't laugh at that, that's an issue.
No, I grew up the same way. That's another thing too. Whenever somebody does, like a comedian does a racist act out, they'll be like, and these blah, 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 blah. It's always like a country white guy. It's like, well, there's other Chinese people can be racist, black people can be racist. It's funny how we just go with that voice as the racist stereotype, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
What about a redneck? Rednecks don't go, hey, what the fuck? I was just a farmer. Why do I have to be the racist guy? I don't know. Can
I say this about racist jokes?
Please.
And I try to really come to a thing with this. It's like racist jokes to me, the reason I don't like them 99% of the time is just because they're hacky and easy.
Yeah, of course.
If someone is doing a brand new joke on white people that I've never fucking heard, that's funny.
Like,
if you're hitting a new angle. So it's like, I don't mind that. But people are like, oh, well, that's just shitty. It's like, well, that's just because it's easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're being funny, then and it's easy. I believe I don't like it when it's easy because easy comes from they're just trying to hurt someone. So it's like, I'll just say something quick and get it out there.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Black people, I hate them, or whatever the phrase is. They can't read. It's like, oh, you're just trying to be mean.
Yeah.
But if you have like a really good joke, usually it's because you put a lot of thought into it, which usually doesn't also go along with hatred and anger.
And we all know what's out there. That's the weird thing about racial stuff is like we all claim to not be racist, but we have all this crazy knowledge of every racial slur. If I say a slur, you know what group I'm talking about. If I say a stereotype, you know what group I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's weird to have all this knowledge and not be able to use it and apply it.
Yeah.
Why do we have the knowledge?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to do math and arithmetic, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
It's weird that we have this knowledge and you don't use it. It's crazy how that works.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I also think, though, to that, it's okay to have it just to be able to look past it. Like context clues, If I see a guy walk in with like, I used to grow up in the hardcore scene with punk music and shit. I'd see the dudes with the shaved heads, and they would look like skinheads, and they were scary looking guys. I'm like, all right, stay away from that guy. He looks scary.
Yeah.
But he also wants to look scary.
Right.
That's when he goes to shows. It's to look intimidating because he doesn't want to get fucking punched in the face by, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like you're using context clues, which is okay, but to just be like, hey, be on guard, but also be open to be like, oh, it's my brother, 6'3".
Yeah.
Shaved head, looks like he's in a hardcore band. If you saw him, you'd be scared, but to be like, oh, I'm going to give you a second and then just get to know you. That's what matters. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, have your reservations, but just, be willing to change them when you talk to somebody.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, it's interesting that he wants to look scary.
Yes.
Because he's saying, I know that you're going to judge me.
Yes.
As any human would, and this is what I want to project.
Yeah, I want to look tough.
Yeah.
Why do you want to look tough? Because you were in a situation where you needed to be tough for a very long time.
Right.
And that's the shell you built to get around that.
Yes.
I don't need to look tough. We're in comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't look tough.
Exactly. And I don't get how we have all these stereotypes, and if you use them, you get fired, and if you make a joke, you get fired and in trouble. But it's like if a black guy goes on stage at a comedy club and he goes, I'll tell you when black people do this, blah, blah, like they say something, everybody laughs. So it's like, so it's true or it's not true?
To me, that's the crowd being racist.
Is that I think so too.
I think that's, especially in these Brooklyn crowds where you have all these rich, like, white hipsters being like, oh, I'm so accepting or whatever. And then the guy gets on stage and starts doing black things. It's like, we agree because you're saying it. It's like, no, you've never lived in the life.
Right.
So you're just allowing, it's like, I don't know, it's, you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm just having a hard time articulating it.
I get what you're saying. I just don't get how, if the black guy says it and it gets a laugh, that laugh is like a recognition, like, yes, black people do that. But if a white guy says it, people go, hey, hey, hey. And it's like, well, he just said it, so it's a fact.
Yeah.
And you laughed and you agreed. But if a white guy says it or an Asian lady says it, people are like, whoa. You're like, well, I thought it was just a thing he was saying. It's a fact. A fact is a fact.
But even him saying it doesn't make it a fact. I always hate that thing, too, of like black people speak for black people, white people speak for white people.
Yeah.
There's no committees. There's no chat rooms these people are in. So if that guy says that, he's saying that about him through his observations. And if he's saying black people do this, I'm like, well, you're wrong. You're not black people.
But if it gets a laugh, that means the audience is going, aha, I agree. That's why you laugh. If you don't agree, you don't laugh.
Well, part of me is pissed at the audience because they're dumb. Those people are dumb.
They are dumb,
because it's like, let's stop promoting that thing of like, we are these things. We're not those things. We're all snowflakes, man.
Well, snowflakes are white. I always had that old joke, which I stand by, where I was at a party. It's a true story. I was at a party. I was shithoused, and I was talking to a black guy, and I was like, it just hit me. I was like, what's up with the whole no swimming stereotype?
Yeah.
Like, black people can't swim. I'm like, I never got that because you're the most athletic, impressively, sports, the whole thing. You can do everything athletic, but you can't paddle and swim and all that. And I'm like, well, how is that a thing? And he's like, well, we just didn't grow up with pools. Culturally, we don't grow up. We never go to like the lake house as a kid, And I'm like, oh, now I know. And this girl comes up to me like this hipster cunt, and she goes, I heard that was so ignorant. And I was like, I know. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, that's
I'm learning.
That's exactly right.
I was ignorant. Now I know, and I know more than you now, whore.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Yeah.
Why am I the bad guy for trying to learn? And it was uncomfortable for a second. Yeah, the black guy gave me a cockeyed look, but we got through it, and now I know, and now I'm better for it.
Yeah.
But she's the problem with the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's cutting it off at the main line. When you try to get some information, she won't let you because she calls you a racist or an ignorant or whatever.
I think ignorant is not an insult.
No,
it's not. It's like, I'm ignorant. I don't know. Like you said, I don't know algebra. I'm ignorant to algebra. Teach me. It's fine.
You got to be ignorant with the willingness to learn.
Yes.
Ignorant with the I'm not. Fuck you. I'm sticking by my thought. That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, everybody okay? Sure, we got a couple car accidents out there. Anything more? Ari? Is Ari calling in? He just texted me. He's fighting with the Korean lady because she asked him if he drinks, and he says, well, I did a lot of mushrooms last week. And she said, mushrooms? And he goes, yeah, psychedelic mushrooms. And she goes, what is that? So he had to Google it because the Korean lady had never heard of mushrooms.
Who's the Korean lady?
The colonoscopy chick.
Oh, okay.
Like the nurse or whatever.
Just called her Korean.
She's freaking out over there.
You called her Korean lady before nurse.
Well, yeah, I should have said Korean nurse, yeah.
I just thought it was some lady on the street. He's just fighting with some Korean lady on the street.
No, he's got a tube in his asshole, and the lady's going, "Oh, do you drink a lot?" And he said, "No, I do a lot of psychedelic mushrooms." And she said, "What's that?" So he had to Google it with a tube in his ass and show her, and she's like blown away now.
You ever have one, colonoscopy?
Never.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared of the penetration, to be honest.
No, I had one, and I'm pretty sure the colonoscopy, if he's having it, is usually they put you under. They put you under.
Really?
To do I think it's like something else if you're out. If you're not under, I think. I don't really remember.
Okay.
But yeah, they put me under. It was like, I was out. I came back up. I tried to hit on the nurse when she came in. I was like, "You're hot." She was like a 60-year-old nurse. And I was like, "You're pretty hot." My mom was like, "Relax, Greg." And I'm like, I'm going to fuck this lady. And they were like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's.
Do you feel better? Is it like a weight off you? How does that work?
No, I had it. It was like, I had a bunch of stomach problems, and they were like, "Well, we just check it out." So I went, they put me under. I came out. I didn't feel anything different when I got out of it.
You didn't?
Yeah. It was just like they put you, it's like surgery. You know, you have surgery and you wake up and you don't feel any different.
Right.
And there was no scars or anything to stitch up. So I just woke up and I was fine.
So what's the point? I mean, I feel like I got a Wendy's Frosty up in my cavity here. I got a fucking Orange Julius over here. I got a pork chop down here. I feel like there's some shit from the 80s that could get out of there.
Yeah.
You know, like some Laffy Taffies in there and a Hot Wheels car. That's got to come out.
No, the colonoscopy is just, I mean, they were just checking it out to make sure I didn't have like any bleeding or any like internal cancer or shit like that.
Oh, so
it was
wait.
just an eyeball.
Do I have the wrong idea of what a colonoscopy is?
You might. What do you think it is?
I thought it was when they put a bunch of water up your ass and then all the jizz came out from years before.
That's a fucking, why can't I think of it?
Oh, I've been calling this thing wrong the whole day.
Colonic.
Colonic, yes.
Colonic!
Thank you. Jesus.
I thought he was getting a colonic.
No,
Well, what the hell? I've been fucking this up. What's a colonoscopy?
Colonoscopy is they stick a tube in your ass.
Okay.
To look around.
Oh, it's like a camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was getting a fire hose up there.
No, unless he's having a colonic.
No, he's getting a colonoscopy.
I was wondering what you're talking about with the thing. I was like, I don't know. They'll just look at it and leave it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been talking to Ari for 3 days about this. He never corrected me. Jesus Christ. Well, now, thank God we got to the bottom of this, or I would have been like, I'll take one colonoscopy, please, and just waited there to get cleaned out.
Yeah, and is he having a colonic? I mean, he could be having a colonic.
I think it's a colonoscopy.
Yeah, it's the same thing, except they just wash you out. They get the old fries out.
Yes.
The old McNuggets, they've been up for 40 years.
I got a few Whoppers in there that could really use some jostling. Get them out of there. Shit. I hope the fans aren't pissed at Ari, because I think people are like tuning in to hear Ari, and not me or you. So I'm assuming, I wish we could just queef into the mic or something, Ari. Come on, call us. I just texted him. I said, call in, you homo. So we'll see how that goes. Now already? The black activist is here. When has a black guy been early? What the fuck? Shit. We'll hold. I told him to come at 9. We'll get him in here. We'll take a break a little before 9. We'll get his ass in here, and then we'll talk some more racial debate. But let me just say this: we mentioned the Republicans earlier. I don't know if I'm a Republican or a Democrat, and is there some kind of test? It feels like Republican and Democrat is just like a vibe now. You know, I feel for the people, or I want to keep my money. You know, I can't tell. Yeah. Is there a checklist? How do you know?
I mean, I just go with like who's saying the things that I want to have done for the most part.
Most part.
Yeah, it's like, well, who's saying the shit that I want for the most part?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with, like, a lot of the Republicans believe like trickle down, you know, which is like give everyone so much money that the shit that falls off will you'll get that, like the scraps. We're going to eat so many hamburgers that the bread that falls on the ground, well, poor people will have that to eat. Like, that's fucking crazy to me.
Seems silly.
Yeah.
What are you? You're a lib?
Yeah, I'm a medium guy. I'm a middle. Like, I understand a lot of the Republican theory. My parents were giant Republicans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like, but my mom's not stupid. My mom is smart. So she would see things and be like, oh, this is why they think that. I'm like, all right. But, like, it's like, you know, like the craziest Republicans are like racist, but then there's just normal Republicans who just believe in like business and that kind of stuff. And my parents believe that, so I understood that. I just didn't agree with it. You know, I don't think that, I believe in, I'm more, Bernie-esque.
I feel like I'm more Bernie-esque too, but I don't know anything about. I don't follow or read up or anything, so I just going off a feeling, really.
Yeah. I mean, I read some of this stuff, but I'm also not smart. So what the fuck am I going to do? I also get one vote. What do I give a shit? One vote? Why do I have to know all this shit to push one button?
Yeah, and it seems like Republican. It seems like you're not allowed to make fun of blacks or Jews or gays, and all our hate is now going towards Republican, Democrat. He's a vegan. He's right wing. It's all. He's a frat guy. Yeah. All our hate has gone into other places that you're allowed to shit on.
Yeah.
Because we can't shit on groups anymore. You can only shit on groups that you choose. That guy chose to be Republican. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. I also think that's silly, especially like when everyone was doing the thing about like gay isn't a problem because, not this sounds weird, but it's like because they were born that way. And I was always like, well, no, gay isn't a problem because it doesn't hurt anybody. If you choose to be gay, that's not a why are we basing this whole thing on the fact they couldn't choose it? Right. I'll choose to be gay and I would have a great time. Like, why the fuck would you have a problem with me choosing to be gay? Yeah. You know, it's just like you like mushrooms, you don't like mushrooms. You know, it's like I'll choose it. Well, I don't understand this whole you didn't choose it or you did choose it. It doesn't.
Wait, I thought you were born gay.
That's what people say. I say it doesn't matter. I say why does that why is that even a thing to bring up?
Interesting.
You know? Like if you chose to be gay, it doesn't make it any worse or any less worse. It's the same. Right. It's still just a thing that hurts no one.
It's true. It's a weird choice to choose, like, because then your life is harder.
Here's what I used to do do that joke about it, but it was like, I don't know, wouldn't you rather fuck your friend? You know, like your guy, you know, like just a guy, point. You know, it's like, you know, my roommate Anthony, we get high, we watch Star Wars. It's a great time. My girlfriend, I have no fucking clue what women want. Right. You know, it's like, I don't know what she's always going on about. I love her. It's great, but I don't understand most of the things women want or what they're going through. I understand what you're going through. So that would be easier for us to fuck, I would imagine. Yeah. Right? Plus you want to fuck. I want to fuck. We'll just fuck.
I guess so.
Can I say fuck?
Please, say fuck a lot. They love fuck on this show. All right, that's a good point.
No, you know, just like, you know, there's more to the joke than that, but, you know, I'm just saying, it's like, all
right, well, so I think Trump's an idiot.
Yeah.
So does that make me a Democrat? I don't get it. Like, I think weed should be legal. I like gays getting married. So that's liberal.
Yeah.
But I want to keep some of my money I make. I don't know. Is that a thing? That's what I hear Jim Norton ranting about.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a little of both.
Sure.
I'm bi.
Isn't that better? You're bi. That's so great.
I'm bi-political.
You're bi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? That'd be so much better to everyone just do that.
Yeah.
I don't like Trump, but I didn't like Trump when he was on TV.
No.
Like, I was like, I didn't like Trump in The Apprentice. So it's like, yeah, I'm OG hating Trump. Right. I'm not like, oh, he's a fucking TV star. Yeah. We can't have a world where if people look at America and go, wow, a reality star is now like that's a joke that someone wrote 50 years ago and is now happening.
Right. He was roasted by Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And a president? That seems silly.
It's like, I don't know, he's kind of
and the wife is an idiot. The whole thing sucks.
That thing was.
The daughter's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Well, the wife's kind of sexy too, but she's a dummy. They're all dummies. I don't know. And then Bernie, he's all kooky and his hair's a mess and, I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird group we got here, and I don't want to get too into politics because I don't know anything about it, and I'm worried some guy's polishing a gun right now, getting angry. But yeah. Ah, shit. Roland's asked me what the doctor's name. I don't know what the fucking doctor's name. I'm going to say Dr. Korea. Dr. Korean. All right. There we go. Let's see how far that goes. Let's see if he actually, goes, hey, is there a Dr. Korean here? All right. So I also feel like you have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing this broad, and I'll tell you, having a girlfriend's a lot of work. It's tough.
Yeah.
No one tells you about that part.
Well, I think the beginning is a lot of work. You're setting that. It's like when you're building a thing that should just work on its own after a while. Like now, it's like Tita and I was work for a long time. It still is a little bit for the most part. I come home like, yeah, you're here, I'm here, I'm going. All right, fuck you, fuck me. All right, send me an invoice at the end of the month. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Is it that laid back? Because I feel like I walk in, I got to be on. I got to be fucking. Hey, charming. You like me because I'm charming, but now I don't want to be charming all the time because it's still like a lot of work.
Yeah.
And the magic's over, and we've been dating for 6 months. Not that we've been dating for 6 months, but I'm just saying I got to keep this up my whole life.
No, I don't believe in that. I believe in coming in 100% transparent. You know,
That's the way to do it.
just like you just come in and be like, look, this is what I'm fucking doing. This is me at the worst.
Right.
And then it's like, well, the good stuff is all be extra credit. Like my baseline of, if you like my baseline of terrible, when I show up with flowers once every 5 years, you're like, oh, this is the greatest day of all time.
That's genius.
You can't keep that level of being on all the time up. No, it's impossible.
It's killing me. And now then you start to dread seeing her because you're like, I'm tired. I can't go meet you now. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
So I'm struggling with all that right now, but I hate myself so much, and I hate the real me that I'm scared to show it to anybody.
Why? You're an amazing, beautiful person.
But you've only seen the good.
I know, but
maybe you've seen the bad.
That's the thing is, you think people don't see it.
Yeah.
But you're not that good of an actor. You know what I mean? You're
true.
not. Like,
You're right.
I know what can happen. I know you, and it's like,
Right.
and we're smarter than that. Most comedians are smarter than
Right.
that. So
You're right.
I know shitty, fake bullshit people.
Yeah.
I see them and I'm like, oh, that's a fake smile. Immediately. I'm like, that's fake. You don't mean that.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course we all put fake on, but you see my fake and I would imagine you're like, I respect you trying to be fake right now out of courtcy for us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a courtesy thing.
It's a courtesy thing.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not just going to call me an asshole. Like, that's fucking unbelievable.
Right. Well, the whole fake thing, that guy's a real phony.
Yeah.
That gets a bad rap because phony is a positive. I like phony to a degree.
Yeah.
You don't want a guy who's just walking in going, hey, and like blowing a whistle and tap dancing all day. But a little phony goes a long way because like waiters are phony.
Yep.
You don't want a waiter who's real.
Yeah.
Or a hotel. We pay top dollar for phony.
Yeah.
And then we really do. We go to a nice hotel. How you doing,
as
sir?
fake as
Come on
possible.
in. We go, wow, this guy's really nice. Here's a lot of money. I want to stay here. And like, I don't want a stripper who's authentic.
Yeah.
It's crazy getting a lap dance. She's like, well, my kids are 9. You're like, well, what are you doing?
You got to lose 40 pounds. It's like, but don't say that to me. I don't need that.
Yes,
I want to believe that you're like a chunkier guy.
Right. Anytime somebody says, can I be real with you? It's never good.
No.
It's never anything good. It's always like, I hate that shirt, or your wife's a cunt or something.
I have a similar thing with laughing. It shows. I try to bring myself. I usually can laugh at things even if people are trying because if you're like you're almost funny, I'll get ha. And then you get a little excitement, and then you figure out the joke, and then we have a great laugh after. So it's like, I'll give you a starter laugh.
I've seen you do that.
It's a courtesy thing.
It helps.
Yeah. And it's not like I hate it. It's not like just like, it's like a little bit of a like, I see where you're going. I see. And then like, I'm getting you started.
You're getting that key turning on the car. The car's rolling over.
Exactly. Why not? It's like, and I just try to be open to that. And sometimes I'm like, Greg, is that what's fake about you? Is it like, maybe you don't think that's hilarious, but it's like, no, but it's a starter, and then they'll get them going, and then they'll take that point to the next level.
This is why you're a good egg.
Yeah. You haven't seen the real me.
Aha. Interesting. That's what I'm getting at. Every comic is, a huge selfish cunt. We're all pieces of shit. Not all of us. That's a bit broad, but we all sit there and go, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. I don't really do this, but a lot of comics, I'm not laughing at this guy. I don't want to give him the satisfaction. I don't want him thinking he's better than me. I don't want to give this. Laughter is like gift. It's almost like a vulnerability thing. Like, I'm letting loose and I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
It's almost like showing someone your shirtless body, like, here it is, laughing.
Yeah.
But the fact that you sit up there and do that and give starter laughs is unheard of.
Well,
what a guy.
When I came to the city, there were these comics, and you remember them, and the first thing was that they would be like, they were such tough crowds, and they would shit on you and be rude and mean. And they were like, well, we're just trying to weed out the bad ones. And I had a different theory, which was, no, they could have some original thought that I've never heard, and they just need to get through this beginning. So we need to praise art. It's art, and we need to be fucking getting on the grass and giving it seeds, because they might in 10 years say some shit that changes the world.
Right.
I mean, look at Hannibal Buress. He just did that joke about Cosby, which essentially changed the country.
Totally.
What if he was at an open mic one day and someone was like, you're a fucking idiot?
Interesting.
That would have never happened. None of those women would have this fight now.
Yeah.
It's like, I believe in art, like in making art grow and feeding it and doing that. And you're just going to make me a better comic because we're going to fight, and then comedy in America becomes better.
Right.
And now all of a sudden we have an industry in comedy.
Yeah, well, two things to that. That's a great point. One, that goes to you commenters out there, you spineless pussy cunt bitches who just comment on everything negatively. Oh, this Conan set sucked.
Yeah.
This one wasn't as good as the last one. What happened? This guy fell off. This guy said, well, we're working on shit.
Yeah.
Get off our ass. You get out of your beanbag chair and wipe the Cheeto dust off your dick, and you try to create something. How about that, fucker? God God, you cum guzzling Nazis out there. You just sit there on the computer all day long. We're trying to create art. We're trying to entertain you piece of cum.
Yeah, the best thing they have is faggot. That's the best you came up with?
That's all you got?
8 minutes of completely original thought you've never heard of?
Right.
And your way of saying that isn't good is by calling someone a faggot?
I know.
Fuck you, you fucking...
And the negative comments to the positive is like wildly outnumbered. It's insane.
Harder and scarier to say you like something and you agree with something than to shit on something.
Sing it,
it's
sister.
so much harder because you're also being vulnerable to be like, hey man, no, this was good.
Right.
This is good.
Yes.
You know, and that's where I think the contrarians come from, which bother me. Is it like when that Batman movie came out, everyone was ready to hate it.
Yeah.
And then they went and saw it and they fucking hated it. And I was like, well, I'm going to go in there and try to like it. You know?
There you go.
And then people are like, that was good. Like, you're an idiot for thinking it's good. And I'm not an idiot. I just enjoy a screen with a person talking to me. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It takes a little balls. Like, you know that guy, we all shit on Dane Cook all day long. It's cool to hate Dane. But that one guy goes, I like Dane Cook.
Yeah.
There's a party goes, ooh.
And then a few other guys go, oh, I like Dane Cook too.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was pretty good. Don't tell anybody. It's
exactly.
Like, yeah.
And you kind of go, damn, this guy's his own man. He's a lone wolf.
Yeah.
I like that.
To what you were saying about Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I was just about to get into that.
Oh, yeah.
No,
it was the thing of like, this movie had so much, it was so shitty because that movie wasn't allowed to be bad. I didn't see it yet, but if it was bad, everyone's like, because everyone already said it was bad.
Okay.
The fact that they were like, it sucks.
Right.
Women are in it. That sucks. They shouldn't have done this. It's going to suck.
Yeah.
So now, if it's bad, they're all right. They're like, oh, you were right. We shouldn't have had women. We shouldn't have rebooted it. They can't just do a movie that kind of sucks and be okay with it. It had to be amazing for it to be good. You know what I'm saying? Most movies, if it's kind of okay and you can kind of just get through it,
you're fine with it.
You're like, it's fine. It was fine. Ghostbusters was not allowed to be fine. And I didn't see it, but even if it was like, okay, people were so ready to fucking hate it.
Right.
That it was like, well, now you lost enjoyment in your life. It could have one joke, which makes you take that home, and it's like, well, that was one good joke. You know, it was like, fine.
That's true. Yeah, here's my thing with Ghostbusters. All right, we got to have we're helping out, we're throwing females a bone or whatever the hell they're doing. Great. We all like women, but just give women a new movie. Why do we have to reboot an old movie that has men in it and then now become women? Just give women a movie. It seems kind of condescending, like, you guys are on this, you guys are Ghostbusters now because you're women and that's crazy. Ha! And everybody's like, girl power. I'm like, well, give the girls their own fucking movie, like Bridesmaids or whatever.
Yes.
Why are you giving them the scraps, as you say?
Let me take, you know the comic Lafayette, right?
Yeah.
Him and I discuss this all the time. It's in comic books. They'll always be like, hey, the new Wolverine is a female.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so they'll only be good if we give them the male character?
Exactly.
There's millions of great female characters. Put the good writers on those comic books and let people see their amazing the amazing art that'll come out of that. And then you're like, oh, now Jessica Jones is amazing. Jessica Jones, no one knows who she was.
Right.
They gave her a TV show. Now people are like, oh, I love Jessica Jones.
That's a good show.
Why the fuck would you just be like, oh, Wolverine's a girl now? Well, now you have to take away a good character?
Yes!
That's stupid. And it's condescending. It's absolutely condescending.
And it's sexist. If you made Wonder Woman a man, every woman would burn their fucking tampons.
Hey, look, I know you don't have any of the good characters.
Yeah.
So we'll give you one of our good characters so you can be just like us. It's the same thing. They made Captain America black, and it was like, that's stupid. You have Luke Cage, and you have this other character, Falcon, who's amazing. It's like, just put the good writers on them. You have already great characters that just need to get that push. Yeah. So instead we're like, oh, we'll make Captain America. You know, it's like, that's fucking offensive to be like, oh, we'll give you our old good one so now you can be like us.
And that shuts everybody up for some. Why does that shut people up?
No, it should make people angry.
It should make people angrier.
It's absolutely condescending.
Let me ask you this, and this is going to get real controversial here, and we might lose the whole station. But this is a thought I've had for years. I'm just going to let it out now, and the phones are going to light up after this one, Paul. So buckle up. Do women ever... Oh boy! Here
Say
we go.
it. I'll help you.
All right, help me out. I'm not trying to be a dick. No. I'm not a bad guy, but I know we're in the age now where you say one thing and people step on your taint. But do women ever step back and thank men for not complaining? Hang on. I know men complain, but what I'm saying is we don't write our congressmen. We don't have a men's rights group that we call in to call in the cavalry and shit all over everything. We don't go to fucking the Supreme Court and bitch. Like, a friend of mine, this girl, she has a Airbnb. She rents out her apartment, Airbnb style, and she has a thing that says no men.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I don't want a guy in my house. It's unsafe. You could beat my ass. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we all just go, oh, yeah, that's, you're scared of men, whatever.
Yeah.
And we all go, great. But imagine if that said no blacks.
Yeah.
And you go, well, what the hell is that? She goes, I'm scared of them. What if they hurt me? And you go, well, that's racist. And everybody goes, that is racist. But men go, oh, you don't want men there? All right, moving on. We'll go to work.
To that, I have.
You see what I'm saying?
I
though?
see exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
What about men? We don't go Supreme Court.
Yeah.
I can't get an Airbnb. That's sexist. No, we just move on.
Well, the baseline of what you're saying, I find offensive too. This idea that that women are weaker. No,
but
women
she
are
did
not.
It. It was
exactly.
on her.
No, it's not you.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
She is saying, well, I'm afraid of men. Men are stronger. Guess what? There's karate. There's knives. There's all. There's fucking. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't. My mom was, I didn't have a step. My mom raised us for the most part. I had a stepdad that moved in like 85, 86. But my mom was a single mother who raised 3 kids. She worked her way from the nurse to head of like a bunch of emergency rooms. She never was like men are tougher. She was battling male doctors her whole fucking life.
Yeah.
It was never like, oh, they're smarter, they're stronger. Fuck strong. Strength means nothing. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm 6. It does mean something, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. No men. You can have a woman in there who's just a psycho killer who's willing to go over the line and cut your fucking throat when you're sleeping. Yes. Strength means nothing when it comes to psychopaths. It's like, oh, you just think a man is going to come in and kill you? No, that's fucking stupid.
So she's a weak. She's offensive to women.
I believe she is. She's saying it's like, okay, it's okay that we're weaker, so we need to have these things where we can't have men around. You're not fucking weaker.
Right.
You're not weaker. Stop acting like you're weaker.
But don't you think they are physically weaker for the most part?
For the most part, that's like, but that's like saying, oh, well, you have a college degree, you're smarter. I have an iPhone. I can look up anything you have.
Oh, interesting.
So I might be you might be physically stronger, but I can learn how to fight.
Yeah.
I can defend myself. I'm not going to walk around a world and let people and just be people's victims.
Right.
My mother didn't do that. None of the women in my life that I like to have around me walk around as victims.
Yes.
If I like women who will fucking break your fucking nose, they'll go to that next level and take you the fuck out.
Right.
Because in a fight, you'll probably beat me because I'm not going to kill you. No matter what happens, I'm not going to go to that level of like, I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're willing to go to that next level to take care of me, I'll lose the fight every time. And I've got 100 pounds on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it just matters where you're willing to go. You can defend yourself. You can fucking beat the shit out of guys. You can, if it matters.
I hear you.
It could be crazy.
No, I hear you, and I think you're right, but I think it's just weird to my original point that you can say whatever, you can just say that about men, like no men, and everybody goes, we get it. Moving on.
And I think that's condescending because then men just go, yeah, we are stronger, so we do have to. And
is that's condescending as well?
I think it's bullshitty. It's like, oh, and we're also not that we're not complaining, but it's like, yes, I guess I can beat the shit out of all those women, so I guess I am a threat. Well, none of you have met a woman who is strong enough to make you realize that they'll fucking cut your throat when you're fucking sleeping.
Yeah, well, but as a guy I've never hit a woman or beat up a woman or harmed a woman.
Yeah.
But I'm a man, so I can't rent that apartment or rent that Airbnb.
Yeah, I think it's fucked up and I think it's shitty. I understand that, look, if Airbnb is the one thing I kind of understand. Maybe you're letting someone in your house.
You're letting someone in your house, so you have a choice.
You're super kind of particular.
Yeah.
But when I see these things of like, I don't know, I don't like the things where I think that more women and minorities should be in movies and have and things like that.
I agree.
I think but I think the way we're going about it by being like, hey, you're a white guy playing an Asian guy, you can't do that. I was like, no, it's acting. Yeah. You should be able to play those things, but just have more Asian people in movies doing other things. You know what I mean? Like, I of course understand. I don't know how to fucking articulate this, but it's to your point. I think we're going about that the wrong way. Wait till we have this activist in here, and he's going to just set me straight.
Can we get him in? I think it's about time to bring him in. How long is the break?
An hour and a half, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. How about we do a 4-minute break? We'll all get high, and then we'll come back. Cool. All right, folks. 4-minute break. I don't know what to say here. You know, you go take a shit, although you can shit with the radio on. We'll play a tune and get a weed brownie and suck your own dick, and we'll see you in a minute.
We're back with Mark Norman and Ari Shaffir.
I feel bad. I keep saying Ari Shaffir. He's getting his butthole reamed right now by a spicy Korean. So he'll be here, though, folks. I know there's people tweeting, where the fuck's the tall Jew? But he's coming in, and we need a Jew in here. We got a black activist on his way in. We got an Italian. We're going to have a Jew soon. So we got a pretty diverse thing. No women, of course, because this is radio. I'm joking. Satire. God damn it. All right. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, this, what was that thing you were saying about race just now? You're like, I got a big thing on racial stuff. And I said, hold it for the black.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could be wrong. But there's this thing about, I was getting into a fight with some comic, and they were talking about, like, they were like, you're white privilege. And I'm like, well, what's the white privilege thing? And they were like, well, you're, what the fuck? Let me,
take your time. I sprung it on you.
Yeah, but it was this thing of like, well, it's been happening to us, so you should be okay with it because it's been happening to us. It's like, well, no, when shit was happening to you, I was like, I hate racism. Let's end racism.
Yeah.
I'm fighting with my family about being like, no, that's racist. But now that it's happening to me, you're like, well, it's been happening to us, so you need to take it. And I'm like, so you don't want to end racism. You just want to end racism towards you.
Oh.
And I find that
I like that.
I find that shitty because it's like, let's just be in it together to end racism.
I like it. All right. Entering right now is Chris Allen, our black friend and comedian. How you doing there, Chris? Hey. Get on that mic. Get the headphones. Those are munchkins if you want them. No good?
No, I'm fine.
All right. Nope.
Got some cans?
Yeah, get the cans on. Cans. From Speed, remember that? Just cans.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's
shaking?
up, man?
I don't want to just dive you right in, but do you want to listen to the rhythm a little bit, or you ready to jump in the pool?
This is how you start the racial stuff? You're being stereotypical?
Well, we were talking about it.
It's
literally just talking about it.
The pool
and
thing?
then you walked in literally.
I got it.
I know you don't like pools.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Here we go. I got my notes. I'm ready.
Oh, you brought notes?
I got notes.
Good for you, baby.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, let me just get a little backstory on the big CA, Chris Allen. Originally Chris Jones, but let's not get into that.
Thank you for...
Oh,
Jesus.
Well, he's got to... I like to keep it all on the table here.
Thank you.
Yeah, put your dick right on that table. It's gold.
Greg Stone, Greg Coraluzzo. So
yes.
It's all the same.
Yeah, he's changed his name, too. Also, Quincy Jones, the comedian with cancer, supposedly. Everybody's changed the name. I don't think Earthquake was born that way. Just saying. Or Bruce.
That is his name.
That's Bruce?
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Well, his parents are on a lot of crack.
You're being real racist right now.
Anybody can do crack.
You are a straight shooter.
Thank you.
Shooter.
But what I was saying was Chris Allen, we met in Charlottesville, Virginia months ago. We did a gig together. We kept in touch. And then, how about this? He's from Rochester originally. I'm opening for one Amy Schumer at the arena in Rochester. Chris goes, hey, I'm in town visiting my mom. Maybe I'll come hang out. I said, come on by, you fat gook. He comes by, and we're chatting. We're having a beer in the green room, and Amy comes up. She goes, who's this douche? And I go, oh, he's a friend of mine, whatever. And she goes, is he funny? And I go, yeah. And she goes, well, I'm giving him 5 minutes.
No.
She lets him go on. What is it, 10,000 people? This is an open micer here. 10,000 people. He's the best feature actor around. He's actually opening for me at the Comedy Connection tomorrow and Saturday in Providence. Come on out, folks. But yeah, you did the arena. It was unbelievable. You got a tear in your eye. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Shout out to her for that. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was cool to see you do that.
That's awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was cool, man. It was cool to do, man. I don't think I'll ever do that again.
yeah, I know. I feel the same way about the garden. I don't think I'll ever be back there.
You won't. Well, I'll let you over for me when I do the garden.
Oh,
I'll give you a tight 5.
Well, you got to really step it up in your career, then. My friend.
I will. I think by the end of this will be my goddamn show. So
there you go. Well,
I am.
You're really gentrifying this place, huh? You're trying to take it over.
I don't think that's how it works, Mark.
Yeah, what is gentrification all about? People say like, it's not really white black, is it? It's just rich poor.
It's rich poor, but that's usually what it is. It's usually just black people are poor.
Right. Yeah,
I hate saying that, but
it's true. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of poor black people. There's a lot of poor white people, but
no one cares about them.
No one does care about
They're
them.
still white. You're still white. That's
When
good. Look at this. Look at this kid, man.
That's
Come
a
on,
white
man.
kid.
Yeah, he is.
Paul is very white.
Is he? Jesus.
Look at that. Looks like fucking the kid from Andy Griffith, who ironically is named Opie. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I never got that when I was a kid. I grew up in a black neighborhood, and
In a mansion, way to throw it in our face.
I grew up in a mansion in a black neighborhood, dilapidated. We had no electricity, by the way. And we'd have to shit at school because the running water wasn't that strong.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh, it's a long story. But the mansion sucked. I'd rather
We
grow
got
up.
time. I'm just-
Oh, that's true. We do. I'd rather grow up in a regular home because I had a mansion. Half of it didn't work. We had like rats and pigeons flying around in the front half, and it was just like open windows with like plastic
Are you
on
serious?
them. Yeah, it
It's
was
a haunted
brutal. It was
house.
hell because we didn't have enough money. My dad got a wild hair up his ass and bought it because it was such a shithole. It was a money pit, and he just started putting money into it. He ran out of income because it was so expensive that he had to turn the back of it into a bed and breakfast. So now I'm eating breakfast with Chinese businessmen, traveling musicians. It was wild. My
Like
mom was
Forrest
whipping
Gump.
up pancakes in the morning. It was brutal. It was hell. We got robbed all the time because people were like, they must be rich. They live in that house. They'd come in there and be like, shit, it's nothing but canned goods and slippers.
Do they still live there?
No, we got two guys broke in and held guns to my parents' head, tied them up, stole our cars, stole the
What?
fucking jewelry, the credit cards. So they were like, all right, we got to. My parents are the most liberal people on the planet. And even after that, they were like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Jeez.
We'd been robbed a million times, but this is the first time we got gunpoint.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So what's up with that house now? Is it
Two
like
gay guys bought it who were like millionaires.
It's probably beautiful now.
Beautiful.
Oh man.
There's hedges and shit. It's like rainbow columns. It's crazy.
Yeah, where are your parents living?
Now they live in like the burbs.
Oh.
But they're like the most New Orleans people ever. So them moving to the burbs was like a really sad day.
That sucks. man.
Yeah, 'cause
Man.
I'm like an inner city kid.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'm
Where were
in the
you
burbs.
at when they got robbed?
I was in college. No. I was, what am I saying? I was at a Mardi Gras parade, which sounds like a cliche New Orleans thing, but I came home. There was 30 cops in my house. I was 14. And I thought my parents were dead. And if I saw my dad, I just started bawling. It was crazy. I was like,
Wow.
oh, they're not dead.
Do you have emotions? Wow, that's weird, Mark.
Well, I got rid of them, but when I moved to New York. But yeah, at the time, I thought they were dead. It was a horrible way to live. Growing up in that house, you just hear the fucking the alarm going off at like 4 a.m. It's like, oh shit, I hope nobody's coming in to kill me.
Oh man,
It was crazy. It was a horrible way. Caller wants to ask a question about visiting New Orleans as a black man. Well, what the fuck do I know about visiting New Orleans as a black man? Well, let's take the call. What's going
I hope
on?
it's a
Who
white
is
guy.
this?
Hey, how's my phone? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, this is a black guy.
Yes.
Oh, great.
I don't buy it.
Hey, Greg Stone, you were kind of right about that, the colonoscopy, except you're awake. They do a thing called conscious sedation. The fucked up part is you can't remember anything. They use propofol as the thing that they use on Michael Jackson. Yeah, you're fucking awake and you can't remember it. But hey, Mark,
Yes.
I'm going back, and I love the city, man. I really, really do. And I want to see that house you grew up in because I know it's kind of famous now. But how far off the beaten path can I go? Like, I've done Frenchman Street, which used to be off the beaten path, but now all the tourists kind of know about it.
Right.
Do I pretty much stick to that, or am I fucked if I go to the lower 9?
I wouldn't fuck with the lower 9. That's although it's different now after Katrina, but the lower 9 is like that's where you're getting real dicey. I mean, I would drive through it, but I wouldn't walk through it. But yeah, you're cool. Esplanade Avenue, Frenchman Street. I grew up on Esplanade. By the way, my house, if you want to see it, was Esplanade and North Durbany was the name of the street.
That sounds
Bunch of
uppity.
gay guys are going to have a bunch of people in front of their house.
Yeah. Watch out for those gay guys. They'll be trimming hedges.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
But yeah. I think 1775 Esplanade Avenue is my house. It's huge and it stands out. It's just a bunch of dilapidated shit houses, and then you see mine.
Can we get a Google Earth picture of this?
Yeah. It's called the Dufour Baldwin House. That's the original
Jesus.
name.
Is that the Baldwin's
I rode a
dad?
bicycle down Esplanade on a 3-hour tour. That's a really, really pretty street now.
It's beautiful now. Things have changed over there.
Yeah, well-
Katrina got a lot of the riffraff out.
Is that it? Are you
Whoa.
kidding me?
This isn't where you
grew
lived.
up?
That's it.
That's your
That's
house?
it now. That's it now.
You privileged motherfucker.
That's it.
Are you-
It was hell. It was hell. That was it when I lived there. It was like a fucking haunted house. This had no power. All this had no electricity. It was crazy.
You know why I didn't have any power?
Hey,
It was
Mark.
powered by slaves back in the day. That's why there's no power upstairs.
Wow. I don't know how that works.
Mark,
Yeah, God.
What?
Jesus.
hey, Mark, Greg, Chris, you guys are doing a great job with the show,
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
I guess he's done with us.
Is that the house
have
on the
talked to him
back of the
forever.
money? What the hell is that?
It looks like it, right? Yeah.
It's the money house.
It was huge, but it sucked. We hadn't. I just walk in on robberies all the time, and you didn't know.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I walked in on 2 robberies, and I was like 8, and I had no shirt on, I had a bathing suit on. It was the middle of the summer, and this guy goes, I bumped into this giant black guy, and I'm like, oh, hey. And he's like, oh, hey. And I was so dumb, I didn't know what he was doing. And he was like, yeah, where's your dad at? And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'll find him. He's like, yeah, I'm supposed to be painting the house or something. And I was like, oh, all right.
With this gun.
Yeah.
With your blood on the walls.
So I walked around looking for my dad, and by the time I got upstairs, I looked out the window. He's running through the backyard with a TV under his arm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was rough.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Way to help us out there.
I know, and I told my parents, and they flipped out, and they called the guy to tell the cops what the guy looked like. It was the whole thing. Yeah, there it is. This place was not fun to grow up. Look at that. It's fucking gross.
How much of the house did you live in?
You see this back wing?
Oh, wow.
And I'm using the word wing. This back wing is where we relived.
That's a terrifying house.
That is super scary.
It was bad,
just
man.
like death. It looks like haunted. It looks like Carlton lived there at one point, but then they were murdered.
Right,
and,
yeah.
They're still in the basement somewhere.
Was there like old furniture covered up with like sheets and stuff?
Yes, there was a lot of that.
No, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
That is a no-no.
It's like when Batman retired.
Right.
Jesus.
Oh, have you guys met?
We just
Great.
met.
Okay, yeah, just checking. You never know, you never know.
I'm an amateur.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a weird place to grow up, and everybody just assumed you were rich, but it was like having a fucked up Beamer. Sure, it's a Beamer, but it was still shitty. It barely ran.
I had a similar thing because everyone I grew up around we grew up a block in Newark and East Orange, and just because we had like my parents would like clean the house, people were like, oh, this guy's doing well.
Oh,
and it's like, my parents weren't heroin addicts, so like we would like my best friend's dad and mother was like they were on drugs and shit. He'd just come over and drink coffee with my mom. He's like, you guys got all this privilege. It's like, we're all broke. My parents just aren't on drugs.
Yeah.
It was great.
That was kind of the same thing for me. I grew up in the inner city in New York, and the fact that we cut our grass and I had both parents, we were white.
Yeah, what is that? That's
I don't know,
so offensive as a black man.
Yeah. we were white. Y'all think y'all white? Some woman actually said that to my father.
Wow.
She saw him cutting his grass. She was like, look at him. He think he white.
Isn't that fucked up?
He wants low grass.
It's like, no, bitch, we own our house. Okay,
yes.
That's why we have to keep our property up. So.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get shit because when my friends would hang out with me, like, why are you hanging out with that white boy, huh? You trying to be white? It's like, can't I just have friends?
Aren't you white?
No one else here is white.
He's saying
so
people would hang out with him.
People would hang out with me, would say, oh, you guys are trying to be white, hanging out with him, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not allowed to have friends. I live here too. We all grew up together. You guys just fucking moved here.
Yeah,
it was bullshit.
Right.
Wow.
And it was just crazy. It was just, it's also keeps people fucking
separated.
Down. It's like, oh, we're getting jobs. Like, you get a job and you fucking white. I'm like, that happened to my best friend Emil. It was, the guy's making money now. You're being a fucking asshole.
Right.
Just because you're lazy. That guy was lazy. This guy Santos, piece of shit.
I know. I was in Syracuse, and the bouncer guy, he's a black guy. He would walk you to your car every day just because he was like, I want to feel like I have a job, you know? Yeah. And he'd walk by another black guy, and we'd be walking together, and he'd go, yeah, I got white friends now, motherfucker, like as a joke. And I'm like, well, that makes you look like shit. Like, I have a guy of a different race who's better than mine, huh? Yeah, it's like, that's your joke?
And it's
that's
not
horrible.
the 40s.
It's not the 40s.
Exactly. Yeah, it was
not good white folks.
Yeah, right. Oh, God. Brutal. The worst thing is when a black guy will call in and he'll be like, hey, it's me, one of the good ones. And you're like, Jesus Christ, you're bringing your whole group down.
We're people, man. We're all just
one of the good ones? People. What is he, a Republican?
No, he's a black guy saying that.
I know.
But I don't know. I guess he might be a Republican.
That's
you're right.
the running gag amongst the...
What's up with black Republicans? That's interesting.
I have no idea, man.
That's odd.
I respect everybody's, political views. I feel like, guys like Larry Elder... that sheriff out in Wisconsin, you say you're not really up on politics, right?
Not really. Sorry.
But yeah, there's this sheriff in Milwaukee, man. I mean, he makes Uncle Tom look like, man, Malcolm X. It's pretty bad.
Really?
The stuff that he says, man, it's kind of embarrassing as a black man. But I respect him. He's a successful. But
the thing is, like, you're saying, like, as a black man, it's like he doesn't speak for you. He's just a crazy fucking person. I don't know who this guy is, but it's like if a white guy, like a white guy kills a bunch of people. I'm not saying everyone does this, but this is my own thing. It's like, yeah, he doesn't speak for me. He's not my fucking people. That's a psychopath.
There you go. That gets into the whole white privilege thing. Mm-hmm. That gets into white privilege.
Why?
Please explain.
Because it's just like you said, a white dude can go and kill. Let's say they could walk into a school and kill a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And that same day, Both of you guys could walk into a gun store and go, hey, I feel like everything is unsafe.
That's true.
I need to buy a gun. And the guy who owns that store wouldn't even think twice to buy you, to sell you a gun.
You're right.
But all this shit that's going on now with these black dudes killing cops, if I tried to go buy a gun right now, they would go,
Is that true?
Oh, dude.
Is that, to your specific example, I think people who are selling guns want to make money and they don't give a shit. They'll sell guns to anybody. They're just like,
No, not really.
Do you own guns?
Yeah, I own 3.
Oh boy!
But I used used to being in the
also,
middle,
I'm not trying to be argumentative.
I wouldn't care anyway. I would just shoot you, Greg.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I own 3 guns, but with me being prior military, whenever I did buy my guns, I would always go in uniform.
Smart.
So that makes me, this guy, he's one of the good ones.
Right,
you know what I mean? So, but dude, it's tough. I had a friend, actually 2 friends. They went and bought some guns and stuff, and one friend, he was worried about, his background check not, coming through. And he's like, as long as your name isn't Jamal, you should be fine.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just a joke, but that just kind of tells you what the things that are said behind our backs.
Yeah, that is, I completely agree with that whole thing, because you watch Honey Boo Boo and you go, this fat redneck is a piece of shit. But then you watch I don't know, some black show with a crazy black guy, you go, these fucking blacks.
Yeah,
people do that.
Yeah, Hip Hop Atlanta. It's like, you're making your people look bad. You would never say that about Honey Boo Boo. Would you say she's making us look bad?
I would say she's a piece of shit.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right. You're completely right.
Can I throw out a thing?
Please.
And I have no problem being wrong. I'm just saying. But isn't it possible that those are just the shitty people saying that? I'm not saying, as me, just being who I am, if a black guy does a thing, I don't go, blacks are doing that. I go, no, that's a shitty person doing a shitty thing.
I think most people go, blacks.
Yeah,
really?
It's easier.
Honestly, yeah, it's easier.
I just find those people to be ignorant, and I put them in a dumb category. It's like, those are dumb people.
Right.
It's like, no matter what you put on Facebook, there's going to be people who agree with you, and people who hate what you're saying, and it's like, those are the idiots, and those are the nons. So I just don't know if we're just being like, everyone just does that. It's like, is everyone doing that, or is just the racist, ignorant idiots doing that?
Yeah.
And also, I grew up everywhere where I grew up was always very mixed. So I don't have a lot of experience with, living in the South where there's legitimately super racism. The racism around me wasn't real. It was just just hurt that guy's feelings, say something racist because it's supposed to be in us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I live in Charlottesville, Virginia now. And 2016, somebody actually called my wife a nigger at a grocery store.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
I guess she got no. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Thank God I wasn't there, and thank God my son wasn't there. Because if I was there, dude, it would have been. I would be in jail right now.
Oh man, was it like an old lady or
2 grown ass men?
Oh,
2
Jesus.
men. Yeah, gang up on my wife. Call her a nigger bitch.
Damn, a twofer.
Yeah,
wow.
bang bang.
See, this is my problem because
She does have a problem with coupons.
She's listening, Mark. You just fucked up.
I've never met her.
I just forget that everything outside of New Jersey, New York is real. Because it's like, it just forgets, great, there's 50 years behind over there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I'm not apologizing for white people. I'm just saying that's a shitty situation.
Well, the N-word really does pack a punch still. You'd think that would go away.
No.
Still hits.
It hits.
Yeah. That's why it won't go away, because it still works. You guys got to let it roll off. That's the key. You guys got to go,
sure,
whatever.
Right, you heard it here, folks. Just let it roll off our backs.
I'm just saying. It would help. It's like when you guys took the word and started using it, and you didn't mind it when you guys use it. If a white guy starts using it to you, the best defense is to not let it get to you.
I mean, I've had people say it to me, and I'll laugh. I'm like, are you there already?
Right.
I don't react because I don't want to give them the advantage.
Yeah.
So when I laugh at it, I know that was their ace. That was their
exactly.
That was their card.
Yeah, that's
when I
closer.
go, is that all you got?
Right.
And just walk away. They're like, well, fuck.
I
didn't.
Yeah. I think Patrice said it, which I always thought was this thing of slurs in general. I mean, but it allows, if I say a word to you and I know exactly how you'll react, that means I control you. And I would never want someone to control me. So it's like, well, I'll keep that, and I totally understand why being mad. And hang on, this is 2 separate points, but it's like, what is that guy even saying? He's saying, racism exists at you. It's like he's saying more about himself,
of course,
than he is even about you. I mean, like, if you were to go like, your wife smells, like, oh, it's personal. She actually smells, and there's a whole thing. Like, that's real. That's why the slurs bother me, because it's like, it's now putting into us this automatic switch to just be like, okay, now kill, now hate, now this, when it's like, that's just, that guy's saying way more about himself.
Yeah.
And I know this might be white privilege or whatever, but I don't know, man.
I get it.
I don't know how to, like...
I can only speak for me.
Of course, I can only speak for myself.
It really just depends on the situation. Like, if I know that that's the only thing that person has, I'm just going to walk away.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And it takes the power out of it, like you said. So,
yeah.
But that power also goes the other way around. It's just like white people know they can't say it. So if they do, they know what's going down. So if you say it, you better be ready to do...
Say it. Now, I hate to be this guy, but, like, say it how? You know, like in any context, karaoke, people are still getting.
Oh, good question.
But no, and I'm saying to only you personally.
It's always interesting when I go to karaoke and I see a white person pick a rap song. It's just like every black person in it, they like lean back in their seats, like, is he gonna say it?
Yeah, of course.
Is he gonna say it?
I wonder the same.
I don't. Honestly, man, I don't care.
It's the intent.
That's what I believe. I believe in intent and context.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's karaoke, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care if you're quoting. You know, as long as you sort you source your nigliography, I'm fine. Cite your sources.
Yeah. Well, I have a joke bit. It's a story that I've been trying to tell.
Is it a midget joke?
No. I have a story that I've been trying. That I've been scared to tell on stage, because the N-word's in it, but it's in context, and it's not the ER version, which when I grew up, there was a big difference between the ER version and the A version. It was like a real thing that I think has changed.
Vinegar.
Yeah. No, but like, they were like, growing up, I have to say it, sorry, on the radio.
Why are you apologizing?
I apologize for everything.
Just say it.
No.
Just say it.
I'm going to say...
Get punched in the face and just move on.
No, you can't. I'm too quick for you.
You think so?
All right, come on,
No. This isn't like...
Easy.
And I understand that, like, when I was growing up, everyone, they said the A verse, like, oh, I'm going to get crazy, I'm going to get wild, you're crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how we grew up. We all said it. It was fine. I got to high school, I met my first white friend, who was like, Mike, who's a doctor now, he's like Dr. Mike, so he's just like really white. Yeah. And they were like, hey, you guys want to go bowling? And I was like, you don't think it's crazy. And he was like, whoa, what are you doing? You can't say that word. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you can't say that word. This is what it means. This is all the shit. This is what happens. And he just broke down, and it hurt me. I was like, oh my God, I grew up saying this thing. We were all cool. And I was like, I'll never say it again. I apologize. Went home that week, and one of my friends, the horse, we called him, you know, he was, and we were like, and I was like, he was like, what are you guys doing? I was like, y'all dudes acting up. And he was like, dudes? Yeah. And they all were like, dude? They're like, oh, we're sorry, sir. They completely saw this change in me. And
white
it was,
now?
And it's exactly what they said. They started calling me sir. Like, very well, sir. We'll get your shirt prepared. It was like very weird. And it was this thing of like, that was the first moment where I ever actually felt this difference in this race thing. And it just came from meeting people in high school, putting that in my brain and being like, you have to be scared to say this thing, and then getting older. And it was just a crazy thing that kind of happened.
Yeah. I had a friend, his name was Scott Locke. This dude is like, grew up in the inner city. Yeah. Kids everywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he said it. He used to say, you know, niggas all the time. Yeah. But he knew like who we could say it around. He had his select group of friends. So even if like he came to my neighborhood and he was hanging out with my friends, he knew they didn't really know him like that.
Yeah. So, see, that's too exhausting as a white guy. I can't be like, can I say it around him? Can I say it around him? Is he cool? Am I cool? That's why I just don't say it at all. I don't want to deal with all that.
But that's with anything. You know what I mean? But there's certain jokes I can make around my friends that I can't make around my sisters or my, you know, so I don't think it's really any different.
That's true, but that's why I'm a piece of shit, because I'll make those jokes around my aunt. Like, I'll say gook, and she's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot. So I try to keep it the same.
You just said gook on the air to everybody in America.
Yeah. I have no... Yeah, but first of all, Asians don't complain, which is nice. You don't see a lot of Asians writing letters.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I haven't gotten one yet, and I say gook all the time. It's my favorite slur.
My girlfriend.
I love racial slurs. I think they're hilarious. I think they're creative. I think they're funny. I like them. I don't use them as a negative and a mean thing. I just think they're hilarious. Like, jigaboo is hilarious, and fucking zipperhead and slope. They're all funny. Honky is a hilarious word.
Honky's not getting enough credit, man.
Honky's hilarious.
Honky's the most fun.
What if somebody calls you that?
I call that all the time.
Yes. People call you that for real?
When I grew up, it was a honk cracker. It was mostly cracker.
Those are so corny.
Honky on the
Honky's
bus.
great.
I got on a bus because I used to work. You had to take the bus from Newark to Willowbrook Mall. I used to work at Sears, and I would get on in a shirt and tie. Couldn't look any more white, and people would just sit behind me, and go Honky, and I remember
Are you
doing
serious?
it. Absolutely,
nobody
serious.
knows about the white racism.
Yeah, I remember
whites.
turning around, and I looked around. The guy was like, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?" And I was like, "I'm going to sit here and do nothing about it. Thank you."
See, that sucks.
And it was like, whatever. But that's how I was when I grew up.
And it's traumatizing. You just feel helpless and belittled. It sucks.
It sucks, but I mean, black people went through it.
I know, we all do.
It's just, I think, I don't know where this quote is, where it came from, but the sins of the father shall visit the children kind of thing. Where like the sins that your father does, well, you kind of pay the price for it.
So you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Because I don't agree with that.
I don't. I think it's human nature, man. It's basically cause and effect.
Yeah.
I feel like racism, I feel like we all are eating at this table, right? At a table. You eat your food, you clean up your meal. But if you don't, there's a mess there, right? I feel like that's what racism was. The people before us had this great meal, ate all this food, and just fucking walked away from the table.
Right.
And here we come. We have our plates and our stuff, and we're trying to. And everybody's like, "Well, I didn't make the mess. I don't want to pick it up." But how great of a generation would we be if we all just clean up the fucking table?
I
love it.
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
it. Yeah.
I don't mind cleaning up the table, but I do mind people go, "You made that fucking mess." It's like, no, I didn't make that mess. The people here made the mess before me, but let's all clean it up together.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
We're arguing about the fact that we didn't do it. Well, I didn't have that Coke. I didn't have the fries. I mean,
Yeah.
That burger's not
We
mine.
just suck it out. Take 10 minutes.
Exactly. We
Exactly.
all work
Just
together.
do it.
Absolutely.
Just
I'm going to
clean it
cry.
up.
This
That's
is
very
great.
military of you. I like that. No, I'm serious. That's smart.
Just clean it up, man.
Yeah, let's knock it out.
Just clean it up. All we're doing is pushing this shit around, man.
Right.
This is going to get worse and
You're
worse
absolutely
and worse.
right.
And then there's a couple people who will get a plate or two, but it's not enough. It's got to be everybody.
It's not. It's not, man. It's
We
really
were actually, when you walked in on this, we were kind of talking about this thing, and it kind of bothered me is that, like, I had gotten this argument with someone, not was about similar about white privilege, but they were like, I was like, well, when these things happen to me, I was like, well, no, when racism was happening in my house, I would stop my family and be like, you can't say that. That's racist. That's fucked up. That's ignorant thinking. And then when people say shit to me, they're like, you're white. You have this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, man, that's racist. They're like, well, my people went through it first. And I'm like, yeah, well, you're not ending racism.
Oh, I hate all that shit.
It's exactly. It's like, well, I also think that's not a smart person. The people who are saying it to me, and I'm like, no, I want to stop racism. You just want to stop racism happening to you,
right? Yeah.
Which I agree with, but I think
true.
we need to end hate in general.
Well, yeah,
racism without hate is just fun.
Well, I think
it's comedy.
Yeah. I'm too selfish to be racist. People go, can you believe these Mexicans are coming here? I'm like, well, do I have to do anything? And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't give a shit. Like, the gays want to get married. I'm like, do I have to marry one?
Exactly.
No? All right, well, I give a shit.
It doesn't affect me at all.
Doesn't affect me. But I do hate the hypocrisy. Like, Amy Schumer, she did the Apollo for her HBO special, and there was a bunch of shit on Facebook like, we're letting a white lady perform at the Apollo, and it's like, well, what if that was flipped? Hey, black guy, get out of Carnegie Hall. You're like, that would be a fucking news story. I don't get the one and not the other. I'm all equal.
Well, sorry. I just feel like those people are saying that aren't the people who are cool with it. Just don't talk. They're just lazy,
That's
like us.
problem.
We're lazy. We don't talk. I don't put a comment.
Right.
But the people who have a thing in their mind and they're angry and they got a thing to say, those are the people on Facebook. People who liked your set on Conan don't comment it on the comments bar. Only people with problems go, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. Like that's who that is.
Right. It's like they say with a restaurant. If you have a good meal there, you might tell one or two people. But if it's bad, you tell 10 people.
Absolutely.
That's it.
So
nutshell. But we talk about how we don't see color. We don't do this. I think that's bull. We all see color.
Yeah.
We all judge. We all have racist thoughts. Everybody says they don't. We all have them.
Can I say this to that?
Yeah.
I know I'm going a million miles an hour here.
Please.
But because growing up where I did, the color thing wasn't. As I got older, it became a thing. And the thing I see now is, when you walk, I go, do you hate me because I'm white? That's the thing that I hear go, is this guy just going to think I'm this white guy who's racist and has these problems? And that's the thing that bothers me now, because that's on me. That's my problem.
But we all do that.
But we all do that.
We all do that.
Yeah, you have that problem. I feel like if I'm on stage, I go, so this black guy, everybody goes, oh boy. And I'm like, well, I haven't said anything bad yet.
Yeah.
Why do you went bad because I'm white?
Yeah.
And I'm sure black people have that too, where they go, so.
This will be good, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. What's your example of, what do people assume about you immediately?
It's funny that, the way I sound and the way I dress, they assume that I think I'm white.
Oh, really?
I don't get that.
You look like a comedian to me. You have comedian uniform on, black t-shirt, jeans.
Yeah, whenever I do black rooms, it's like when I walk in or after I do my set, people are like, I didn't think you were going to be funny. It's like, why?
Really?
They heard your earlier stuff. No, but I mean, that seems. All right. We'll get him in a minute. We got another minority here. Yeah. He's from Australia, but he's still white.
I thought it's so funny because you said Australian. I was like, this guy does not seem like he's from Australia. This accent is not.
Yeah. Well, the Ebonics take over.
Yeah.
Then you said Virginia, and I was like, yeah.
I'm from Rochester, New York, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Way up there.
Is Nori from there? No, that's Westchester.
Yeah.
I always mix up
Yonkers,
Rochester.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think we all see a guy sagging his pants and go, that's a black thing. We've said it 8 times. You're like, I put a tie on. I look super white. We all do it. Everybody does it. But if you say it out loud, you get fired and everything. But we all have it in our heads.
But why is a tie a white thing?
Well, to be honest,
ask your people. Ask the audience. Whenever you go up, you got a fucking nice shirt on. They go, this guy's too white. Why?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think a tie is a white thing, but I remember when my friend Emil got a job and he had to wear a shirt and tie for years, and was like, you look real white. And we were like, what? No, I'm just getting a job. Yeah. That's just your lazy ass who doesn't want to put on a fucking tie, making him feel bad for doing something that's fucking right.
Yeah.
When I say I'm pointing to a specific person who I grew up with, Santos, who was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's that assumption there, that you don't like me and I don't like you on both sides. It's like this weird assumption where, like, I'm from the hood and I think you're from under the hood. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like this weird thing where you have to be racist and I have to be racist. And we've never even said a word to each other. And there's like this tension before you even said anything.
Yes.
And then you find out you both like football and it's like, oh, this guy's cool.
Right. Yeah. I do think Whitey... Hang on. I think Whitey we don't judge Whitey as much as Blackie judges Blackie. You know what I mean?
Blackie.
What do you mean?
No.
I'm saying he goes on stage and they go, oh, what's this guy? Who's this whitish black guy? What's his thing? It's like, if I see a white guy go on stage, I just go, all right, what's he going to say? But I don't sit there and go, what kind of white is he? I feel like black people do that to other black people a lot.
I think in entertainment, because there's really, how many really famous black comics are there really right now?
I don't know, 20?
I think Kevin Hart is the comic.
He's the biggest black comic.
Yeah, so is there like the biggest white comic? There's multiple. You got Schumer, you got Louis, you got, just a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So I think like whoever the hottest black comic is, and if you're an up and coming black comic, that's kind of what they expect to see. And if you're kind of not like that.
Oh,
you know
interesting.
What I mean?
That's like, a little closed-minded, don't you think?
But that's how it is. Like, I remember seeing Kevin Hart do Laugh-A-Palooza with the Jamie Foxx some years ago.
Yeah.
And he closed the show out, and he basically did the set that he did in Grown Little Man, but he really wasn't known, and motherfuckers really weren't laughing.
Right.
They were kind of looking like, this dude corny. But then he did a couple movies, and people knew him, and that same material, hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
Now look at him.
Yeah.
Freaking, anything he says it's hilarious.
Yeah, and I'm not on board with all of it, but...
I love Kevin Hart, by the way.
Me too. Kevin Hart to me is one of those guys who could just say something that's just funny. It's like, I don't care what you're saying, you're just being funny.
He's a funny, silly, goofy guy.
Yeah.
I like the writing. I like the ideas.
Of course. I put him in 2 different categories. I love the writers, and I put you in the writers category, and then I love a guy who just going up there screaming around, acting silly. It's like, I love that too.
I like that too. He's like a Kramer to me. Well, that's a weird example after the Michael Richards thing. But yeah. There's the goofy, and then there's the
Tony
thoughtful.
Roberts. You know Tony Roberts?
Tony Roberts.
Tony Roberts. Oh, he's hilarious, man.
I don't know him.
Urban comic black dude. He's so insane, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love a good crazy person.
Only dude I've ever seen hump 2 stools on stage.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's hilarious, man.
He has to bring an extra?
Yeah, dude. His energy is off the charts. I mean, he's so funny, man. He's just bouncing off the walls, man. It's just from minute 1 to minute 60. It's just like he's going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I got to check
great,
Tony
man.
Roberts.
Yeah, Tony Roberts. Yeah, he's really funny.
I'm not looking for JB Smooth to break down atheism versus agnosticism.
Right.
I'm looking for JB Smooth just to make me fucking guttural laugh.
He is hilarious.
Dude,
I opened for him at Caroline's two weekends in a row. At one point, I went and got a beer. I came back. He was climbing the diamonds on the wall at Caroline. Climbing them. The wall. It was amazing.
Yeah.
He fucked the stool. He fucked the mic stand. He fucked the front row. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He had the sweat rag out, dolloping, dopping. The whole thing was great.
And that's how Bruce was when I opened for him, man. That dude, he just brings the house down.
Yeah.
I love that. It's hard. I mean, to just kill that hard. Like that.
Yeah, you just want to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be terrified of black rooms. I came up doing black rooms in Vegas, and then I moved to the Midwest, and there really weren't that many opportunities. And if that's not a muscle you exercise on a regular basis, you go. Yeah.
That's where I got. I mean, same with me. I grew up I came up in the black rooms at first, and then it was just, you had to be big and huge and like, own the fucking room.
As soon as you get up there.
Yeah.
It's like, if you haven't done a black room in a while, it's kind of like going to the gym. It's like, and you're used to bench. It's like, you're like throwing your old mats on there. It's not going to work.
Why is a black room? I thought we were all equal. I thought we were all the same. Why is a black room different than a white room?
Honest, let's be real, man.
Yeah,
it's like
please.
We're all the same, but it's just certain things that certain races
cultural
differences.
It's cultural.
It's just like I really think like black people, we really focus on the performance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's really the material. It doesn't have to be the strongest. You know what I mean? But as long as you can deliver it really well, they're on board with it and have confidence in it.
A lot of confidence.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of confidence.
But why?
Man.
It feels. This is going to sound terrible. Sorry, Greg. This is going to sound bad. But it feels like a black room, because I've done a million of them. It feels like it's more primal. Which I know is a bad word.
No, it's not.
But it feels like it's like you got to own that room. You got to pull out the big dick, slap him in the face with it, and get the hell out of there. It's not as much subtlety.
Is it bad? You think that's bad, or are you just?
I think it's weird that it's so. It feels more like the bad word. Like it's like the Colosseum. It's like animalistic. Like, let's get in there and fucking.
You know what I think it is?
Please.
Honestly, what I think it is, it's like, as black people, there's so much like subtle racism and subtle shit in society.
Yes.
Honestly, man, black people are like, just fucking give it to me, man. Come on.
Just have some fun.
Just be honest, man.
That's all I want to hear.
Come on, man. Just be honest.
Yes.
I don't want all this, this bullshit. Just be real.
It's the same with Caitlyn Jenner. Every fucking uppity white
She's a hero,
goes,
a hero.
She's a hero.
Hero.
Use whatever bathroom you want, but then Rachel Dolezal says, I'm black. And everybody goes, shut the fuck up, skank. We know what's really going on. We're not going to buy this transgender bullshit.
Yeah, but you know why they probably do that? Because they don't want black people saying, oh, I'm white now. Because then you open a whole different can of worms.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm fine with black people saying they're white. We got to do it's the star belly sneeches.
Yeah. I want black people to be white. Pay your taxes.
We should all change colors every month, and no one will know who's who.
Yeah.
And then who gives a shit?
Please be white, as quote unquote white. Take care of your kids.
Can I throw something in though on what you were saying about the comedy?
Comedy.
Well, where I grew, I don't know what like richer neighborhoods do, but when I grew up, man, we all just sat on my fucking stoop when our parents were there, and we just talked shit and we screamed and we were maniacs. And that, I think, when I would see like in those rooms, that's what we were doing. It was like, oh, I'm the guy who's sitting on the steps when it's too late and we're screaming outside. That's with the energy I was bringing back. It's like, oh, that's funny, like my friend Mark, that's funny. And that's where that kind of came.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the other people are doing, but that's where my act outs and being bigger energy all kind of came from.
Yeah.
We're just sitting on the stoop screaming.
I think most urban comics, if not all, that's their first stage.
Yeah, that was my first stage. Absolutely.
I really do. I think that's where you really learn to perform. I mean, man.
In front of family.
Yeah. Just friends. Oh, dude, it was bad, man. Where I grew up, it's like if you had bad shoes or your shit was...
yeah. God damn.
Bruh, dirty shoes in the hood? You might as well kill yourself.
My dad got me Wilson sneakers.
To see you later.
This nigga got Wilson.
Dude, it was over. I still remember the shoes to this day. It's like, yo, Wilson winner. Here comes the winner. It was bad.
I went to a public school, and if I had a shirt that was like too small, they go, that shit young.
Young. It's young.
And I was like, who cares? It's clothing. I had a very white attitude. I was like, it's clothes. It's covering me. I'm covered. Man. And they're like, oh no, we need brand names and we need in style and shiny.
But that's how we identify, man. That's the thing in the hood, man. It's just like clothes. You got to have your shit together.
Yeah, I wonder why. That's a white privilege thing too. You can see a white guy with busted up sneakers, and it's like a style.
Yeah,
But
here's the thing though. Sometimes white people's clothes might look shitty, but then it's like, oh, what is that? Oh, this is Rockin' Republic. This shirt's $185.
Right.
But with black people,
it's bedazzled.
Yeah,
it's a boss on the side. Yeah, I remember that. Jeez, sorry.
But what's up with
I didn't mean to cut you off.
And I got
very excited.
I know you're not the black guy to answer every question about black people, but the purple suits, the yellow. What are we doing? Are we trying to be Dick Tracy characters? Who does that?
You know what? That's kind of it depends on where you live. Because I know like people from the Midwest and Chicago, it's like this weird pimp kind of weird culture.
Yes.
Detroit, they wear stuff like that.
Right.
My father-in-law wears linen suits and shit. Looks like a fucking preacher pimp.
Yeah. My dad wears seersuckers.
I kind of love that. He wears it's a regional thing.
It's a regional thing. But you see a guy, a black guy like on ESPN, you know, when the football players like put a suit on and they got like a crazy pocket square that's polka dot and they got a blue tie and a fucking periwinkle shirt and it's all wacky. It looks like a goddamn creamsicle. And you're just like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm expressing myself. You're like, you look like a fucking idiot, but you can't say it because he's black.
Yeah, where's Craig Sager from? That would be very interesting.
That is amazing.
That's the 70s, isn't it?
No,
Craig Sager's leukemia returns.
Yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago, probably.
Oh, this guy needs to be killed. Wow. What is he wearing? Who is this guy?
Where's he from?
Let me check.
But that's confidence, man.
I guess that's kind of badass in a way.
You put on, it shows you're the fucking man. You put on something crazy.
But he's going over the top, which I like.
He's from Illinois. Right. I wonder how far that is from Chicago. I think that's just a weird thing, man. Or maybe it became one of those things where he kind of wore a weird suit to stand out, and it kind of became a thing for him.
Yeah, so, I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
As comics, we don't do that because I feel like it's like you can't be upstaged by your outfit, and that's the thing I was trained to do.
It depends. I see a lot of. I know some comics, man. They spend more time in their outfits than their set list.
Well, they're never great.
No, they're not.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got to introduce, I want to keep staying on the race, though. This is fucking gold, and no one else has the balls to do it, but thank God Chris Allen's here, because we're going to get into it, and we're trying to keep it real, like a black room, but keep it quiet like a white room. So, I want to introduce a buddy of mine, Nick Cody from Australia. Melbourne, is it, or Sydney?
Melbourne,
Australia, sorry. Melbourne,
I know.
as they say out there. I just did a run out there, and me and Nick had a couple pops together. We've known each other for a while. You're an Opie and Anthony fan, I believe.
Yeah, from way back.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Wow. You met Patrice here, in the 80s?
Yeah. I reckon maybe 2010 I came out to see him tape Elephant in the Room.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
I was at the Bill Burr show when he got heckled in Philly. I was 19.
Oh,
I came to the States
You were both those shows?
Yeah.
He's
like
fan.
two
He's
most influential shows in comedy.
Massive comedy nerd.
The Mothman, what are you there? Why are all these great tapings? What are you doing?
Man, I just got lucky.
You got lucky.
That's awesome.
I've seen a lot of shitty ones too.
Am I the only one hard right now listening to this dude's accent?
Oh, it's hot.
I love it.
Really?
You look like a Navy
There could
SEAL.
be somebody less ready to talk about race than an Australian dude. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you
That's a good point.
Yeah, they killed all their Aborigines, so they can't talk race over
No,
anymore.
it's the first thing that American comics point out when they come to Australia. It's like, where are the black people? It's like, I don't know. I didn't do it.
That's true. I do hate when comics do that. There's like the whole thing. They go to fucking bumfuck Montana and they go, boy, it's so diverse here. Well, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's just white people. That's where white people live. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate when people do that.
What about the white comic on the black show? I'm the diversity portion of the show.
I hate that too.
That's my first
I hate
line.
all the hacks. I hate when the Middle Eastern guy goes, oh, looks like a terrorist is here. Well, we never thought that till you said it, you fucking dickhole. I hate that shit. Oh, I'm the black portion. All right, you guys worried I'm gonna rob you? No, we're not.
No,
I want to hear a fucking joke.
Never has anyone got on stage and then robbed a place.
Yes,
your name's on the bill. We know exactly where to go to get you.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, you should do it. That would be original.
I'm doing it.
Please rob me. That would be unique. Jesus,
I'm doing it.
You guys scared? You guys scared? Black guy? No, we're not scared. What do you think? I'm gonna put my dick in your cup? No, I want to hear a bit. It's a comedy club.
I've got to figure out the Australian version of that.
Yeah, you don't have
this.
What do you think I'm gonna hit you with
Crocodile
a
Dundee's here.
You call that a joke? This is a joke.
Oh, there you go.
That's great. Oh, God. Well, you know.
What a time we're having.
We're having a good time. This show is way better than the usual, I gotta say. Sorry, Jim and Ope. You guys are out. No, I'm joking.
Good run, fellas.
Yeah. You gotta push the envelope
Real quick for my sister. She thinks your voice is not real.
Oh, really?
Tell Danielle your voice is real.
Danny.
Say something nice to her. Say something dirty to my sister.
Ooh, Danny, I want to pin you down and put a hot candlestick up your twat. I don't know. That's my dirty talk. I don't know where I got a candle. What am I in Clue?
0 to 60.
Hey, that's some white shit right there.
Is that white shit?
That's some white shit. He got candles.
I love that we went through all of that, and then we come back to that, and I'm just having a great time.
Yeah.
Like, this is just so much fun.
Right.
Like, it's some white shit. Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I really want to dive into race stuff when I got some.
Play. What do you got? A guy got shot last night, by the way, or yesterday. Black guy, another black guy.
I didn't hear about this.
Wait, is this the guy who was like helping out the autistic person?
Yes.
I didn't even want to watch the video.
I couldn't watch it either.
I couldn't watch it. But people talk about white privilege, right?
Yeah.
And I always hear people like, I wasn't handed anything. I wasn't, my dad didn't have money. But the thing is, the white privilege, the thing is, it's the like natural benefit of the doubt that you're given being white.
Yes.
It's not something physical.
Yes.
And that's what people need to, I don't think people understand. It's just like you get benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that you get. I think that's the white privilege, is the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
And just the assumption of innocence.
Yeah.
That's
what
nice.
It is. It's great. I love it.
It is. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
See?
And I use it. People go, you got white privilege? I'm like, well, if I have it, I might as well use it.
Yeah.
Because I have it.
I used to steal all the time.
Me? I still steal.
Based on white privilege. I was like, you're not checking me. I'm a 35-year-old white guy. Well, you don't think I'm stealing.
I steal at every airport. Everywhere I go, I steal at Chipotle every day. I get the water cup and I get fucking lemonade.
I would never do that because I'm afraid
absolutely
that tiny thing would turn into this shit you see on the screen.
Interesting.
I was on a plane going somewhere one time, right? It was a huge plane, full size, like a huge jet, not even halfway full, right?
Yeah.
They said it wasn't going to be a full flight. White people are getting up, moving, getting in the exit row, and it was me and another huge black dude. He was bigger than me, sitting in the same aisle right next to, and we just sat there. And we had this unspoken thing where we knew we felt like we had to be told we could move.
Right.
Wait, is that on a plane? I feel like they're going to go after the Arabic guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're usually like, it's like, I don't think black people are stealing planes.
You seen Soul Plane?
I did.
Can't get rims on a plane. But yeah.
So yeah, we didn't move until the woman, the stewardess was like, "Oh no, you guys can move around," and we were like, "Whew, thank God," because this dude was like 6'4", like 300 pounds, and I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Right.
But we knew as large black dudes that we just couldn't take that privilege and just move and go sit somewhere else.
But you're also ex-military. Right?
Yeah.
That sounds like a bit of I've done like gigs for the troops overseas, and troops they'll stand 100 yards away from the stage and then go, hey, can you guys move forward? They're like, yep. And then everybody moves forward. Maybe you're just waiting for orders to.
Interesting. Yeah. Get over there, boy.
Yeah. But see, in my uniform, it's completely different, man.
Right.
This is all, when I put that uniform on, it's like now I get that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Now people know that I'm employed and I'm trustworthy and I have, so it's completely different.
Do you still have it? Do you still have the uniform?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should put that on.
Nah,
every day.
I just can't hang out in it.
Free Chipotle.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I'm still active, but I try to separate that from comedy because I didn't get cleared to come on this show.
Oh, boy.
Oh, really? You have to be cleared to get on the show?
I just can't talk about certain things.
Well, there's two men out there in uniform. But here's, all right, you want to get into the race thing? Let's get into the race thing. And here's
the race thing for hours.
Well, I'm talking, let's get real. Let's get down and dirty here. Because we're friends. You know I'm not racist. I assume you're not. That's the problem. We try to get somewhere and everybody goes, well, you're a racist. You're a bigot. It's like, well, now nothing's solved. Great.
Yeah.
Nice job, Dickless. So here's the question, and please answer me honestly. Cops are racist, quote unquote. Why aren't they shooting Asians, Indians, Jews? What's your answer there?
I think black men, we have been criminalized, and I'm not debating none of the statistics that the higher crime rates and the black on black crime. I don't dispute that at all.
Yeah,
I understand that violence in our community it's a bad thing.
Right. Thank you. That's nice to hear.
Yeah, it's a bad thing, and I hate the fact that people try to say black people don't care. The thing is, fucking America doesn't care about black on black crime.
No.
So you have this guy's dad, right? Sitting at home in the suburbs in this safe neighborhood.
Yeah.
He turns to the local news and sees there's been a shooting in a part of town that he doesn't go in. He sees that it's two black dudes and it's like, fucking black people.
Right.
And they turn the channel.
Yes.
But when you see white cop shoots a black, now you want to sit and watch. And then you want to get on Facebook and Twitter and talk about how, black men need to just start acting a certain way. It's just like, you don't care about black on black crime.
Right.
You don't care.
But do black people care about white on white crime? I don't assume they do.
That's a great question.
I don't think you do.
Actually, no. We're very critical of this shit. Because anytime, very critical.
Well, what was that black guy who got shot? It was a black guy shot a black kid point blank in San Bernardino like a week ago, and it never made the news. It was like fucking cold-blooded murder. It was a robbery.
This is black on black or black on white?
It was black on black. A guy shot a black boy and his black mom.
See,
and it never made the news because it's not sexy. Yeah, and that's the media is fucked up.
Yeah,
but there
it is.
Yeah, that's awful. But what all that story does, all that does is solidify your bias towards black people. That headline is like, yep, they're still bad.
See, I got a question.
But this never broke. This should be huge because it's a murder.
People don't care, though.
That's the media, though. I care. I pulled it up.
That's just you.
But there's already a stereotype that black men are dangerous and we kill people, right? So when you see this, it's just like, yes, it just solidifies that stereotype that we murder and that we kill. It's like, yep, see, they're still doing it.
I know, but stereotype or no, if something happens, I want to hear about it, whether stereotype or not. Yeah. It should be out there.
His name was Trayvon, too. That's weird.
Yeah, no, Trayvon shot Travon and Travon. The alliteration murders.
Yeah, right? Jesus.
See, I got a question.
Bad name.
I want to know the statistics of white, poor neighborhoods that have no crime. Because, like, that's not a thing. You know, it's poor fucking neighborhoods where all this shit is happening because poor people, they're angry. It's harder to be poor. Yeah. So that people are like black on black. It's like, that's black on black. That's poor on poor. Yeah. We're all fucking poor. Like, there's no neighborhood of like, hey, this is a really nice, poor white neighborhood. Yeah. It's poor. It's probably shitty. Right. So, you know, I think, right? I mean, it sounds, right? I mean, so there's this idea of like, it's black, it's this. It's like, I don't know, man. How many black on black crimes in rich neighborhoods are happening? None? You know, how many dentists got together and shot each other in the fucking street? Like, Zero. But so it's like, but we're making it about race, and it's like, I don't know, man. I just think it's like, and the problem there is, like I said before, is that like, well, the racism that's happened before, that there's too many minorities in poor neighborhoods, because that's what needs to be fucking fixed. Yeah.
Right.
But it's not
There is a culture with the black. You listen to rap music, hip hop, every movie. It's like, I got my gat, my 9, and I'm fucking popping a cap, and I know that's 20 years old, but like,
I got my gat. I got my gat. I got my 9. Nigger died.
I got that tune.
I got a gat.
I got my gat.
I got my gat.
I got my 9.
I got my gun. I got my hoe. Nigger died.
Yeah, it's like, I'll kill you. I'll spread blood on the streets. You know, blah. You coming to my turf? Whatever the hell. Gang war. Red, black, blue colors. Crip blood.
Stop rapping.
All right, but you know,
but there's a reflection of that.
What is that?
I think that's a reflection of what's happening. Not instead of putting that. And I would say that look at the white people who were into comic books. I don't ever see fucking people running around trying to save people at night. You know, that's white culture. So I'm saying,
I missed it. I was watching Eat a Munchkin.
Yeah, so in my mind, right, when rappers are doing that, it's to show, hey, look, this is me telling you a story of what I went through for the most part.
Yes.
That's, like you could say, black culture, right? But then, okay, what about white nerd culture? I don't see I don't see Mike Lawrence running out trying to fucking save someone with fake spider webs or saving people at night. You know, it's like, and that's my whole culture is comic books.
What do you mean saving people?
What I'm saying is
about
like,
shooting people.
Comic books is my culture. So if rap is to more killing, then how come all the other cultures aren't to other things?
Oh, I see.
You know
Why isn't white culture? Well, that's white privilege.
I do believe that some people they'll look at rap culture and be like, well, this is, I don't have an inside. I'll make this my inside. Yeah. And now I'll be tough. But that's a smaller percentage. As the same as people like me who, like, if I see a guy and I'm like, well, I'm going to be the fucking Punisher and I'm going to kill that guy for being a rapist. Like, you know, I think there is correlation, but I don't really think that rap culture really makes that happen.
Yeah. I think you
it's
equate
just a reflection.
Rap with black. I think you go black, rap, gat, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's how people's brains
I go rap poor culture more because it's people, I mean, we all grew up.
No, come on. You go poor before black on rap? That's crazy.
No, that's what it is.
I do believe that. I really, I could be wrong, but that's what I believe.
This rich rapper, Jay-Z's doing
they're all rich.
But I'm saying they all started off. They all started off poor. What rap do they listen to in Australia?
Man, Australian hip hop is great, but it's great in the way that there's no struggle associated.
Pow.
Man, you should look up like Bliss and Esso or something.
So, what is it?
Bliss and Esso.
Pull that up.
What about American rap though? Do you guys love You guys used to listen to like 50 Cent and all that stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
Honestly, that's what it is, man. It's that shit's right. That shit's not real, man. It's entertainment.
Yeah,
It's entertainment, and the thing is, you have young kids who are impressionable listening to that. I can't blame rap music for the condition of black people. Yeah, you know, I can't. When people say that, I go, well, what were slave owners listening to back in slavery times? What made them do that?
What, wade in the water and all that?
I mean, I'm just saying they were killing, slave owners were horrible people.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, what were they listening to that made them do that? What music was Hitler listening to them to make him kill Jewish people?
Sure.
Yeah,
so to try to blame black music, rap music, I get it.
I'm not blaming it. I'm just saying it pops, it seeps in.
It is. And that's why as a parent, you have to make sure your kids don't like listen to that shit at a young age.
Right.
And it's dangerous for young black kids who grew up they see that. But for white kids in the suburbs who really listen to all that shit, like Chief Keef,
they do.
To them, it's like a fantasy thing. It's almost like porn, like music porn.
Yeah.
And it's just like, white kids love it. They want to hear nigga, you know, niggas did that. They want to hear. They want to hear that. So
Sorry, I'm all amped up here.
No,
but growing up in the hardcore music scene, it was the same shit. You had these kids into hardcore music, and it's just like, and the people like they go to the fucking pit, they're beating the shit out of people, and it's like that's also getting violence, but it's just that % that fucking needs it.
Yeah,
it's not gun violence, but it's like people are punching. I mean, these guys have this hardcore mentality. of there's the gangs and shit.
It's more guns, I think.
Yeah, but that's
guns
like that hardcore headbanger shit. That's just seen as like that's like a white kid growing up. Just that's very Americana. Like you go through that stage where you listen to that devil music. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I listen to it. I don't know what you mean. It's like a state. What do you mean?
It's angsty teenage bullshit.
Yeah, it's even just
I listen to it now. I'm not an angsty teenager. Yeah, I mean, my brother's 7. He's in a hardcore band. We get people with tattoos. You
gotta grow up, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. But it's a smaller percent. Hip hop is way bigger than hardcore music. Hardcore music is
bigger.
0.05% of the fucking population.
Huge. It's black and white.
Yeah, but I'm saying
it's American now. It's just when you go anywhere and it's like it's everywhere. You go to Perkins and you get You can hear. I don't even know the designer. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of new rap music because
I don't either.
It's not for me.
I was at a music festival in Australia. And
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, it's near where I live. And
it's a good sign. Something huge is going to happen. He's here.
The difference in the cultures, like Snoop was on, and he had the whole crowd chanting, "Fuck the police."
Yeah.
Right? But I was side of stage, and the police were there laughing, like, "Oh, fucking, there's Snoop." Like they thought it was hilarious.
It's entertainment. You're right.
It's like, oh, how cool is this?
It used to be a real, passion and like we got to get this out and express ourselves, and now it's just like it's a thing.
There is. I mean, there's some real like if you listen to Chief Keef, man, that dude and a lot of it's called drill music. It's out of Chicago, man. It's like
drill music.
Look up like Chief Keef.
Now is it hardcore rap?
Oh, it's like street hood, like for real. Ghetto shit.
Give us a song.
See, that's what's fucking.
Let's hear a little Chief Keef.
Sosa Chamberlain.
All right. And I just want to hear the first 10 seconds. Just get some.
It's already on World Star.
This dude, he's famous as hell.
20 million hits.
Dude,
I'm saying, like, I'm sure
Keef is great.
He's not.
You know him.
Yeah.
He's not even allowed back in Chicago.
What?
That's hilarious.
What?
Yeah.
Chicago's terrifying.
Yeah.
Let's get a little Chief Keef.
Honestly, you might want to be careful because
that is not a good way to hold money.
Yeah,
Chief Keef needs a wallet.
What is Glow Gang? Well, Glow Gang is GLO.
20 million hits. I can't believe it.
Oh, dude, he's a millionaire.
It is.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
You can fast forward some more. It's like a 40. That's why I love him because he is literally what white people are terrified of.
Yes.
A young black. He's got money and guns. I will admit he can't rap.
Oh wait, he can't rap? So it's all an image thing. Holy shit!
Actually,
this is terrifying. This is what we're scared of. You're right.
Yeah.
This is what we assume is going on, in Newark.
As somebody in the military, is he holding that weapon safely?
No, he's not.
I mean, this is silly though. He's holding a fucking AK-47 in his living room.
That's a AR-15, but that's
all right. Sorry,
funny.
I took a shot. No pun intended.
Come hell. This is
terrible
It
music.
reminds me of what's his name? Who was the guy who rolled with Jay-Z? Who
Memphis Bleak?
I don't think it was.
I'll take Van Morrison any day.
No, my favorite. See, that's the thing. I love
this. Is not good music. I'm sorry,
but this is what the kids in Chicago relate to, man.
Right. I get it.
That's what they relate to.
Wow. And what's going on with that? And when I show you the black kid who got shot by the black guy, and you go, this is just a headline, and it makes you more scared. But it's like, well, hey, where's Black Lives Matter on that?
Here's an even better question: where's All Lives Matter?
That's a great question. I'm not involved in either of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the thing that all life. Where were you at on this murder? Where were you at? Since you care about everybody.
I agree. You're right.
That is a great question.
Yeah,
I don't think people would question Black Lives Matter if it came from a situation of like if it came from the black on black violence thing. Then I think a lot of people would. Hey, that's a good thing. But the fact that it was born in this thing of white cops killing black men.
Yeah.
People just want to be contrarian.
Right.
You know, All Lives Matter is it's not even a fucking movement. It's literally just a hashtag.
Yeah.
You know You're so right. Yeah.
It's just a hashtag. All lives matter, do they?
Right.
Does ISIS lives matter?
Yeah, I'm pro-abortion. All lives don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I love it. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. See, I got pissed because I like rap, but I like a lot of indie stuff, you know? And so I was telling, you know, I'm a big fan of like Aesop Rock and this guy, Brother Ali. They're like amazing rappers. And I was talking to somebody, I don't know his name, and he was like, yeah, but that's what we call soft. And I'm like, no, this is just a guy talking, like, Aesop Rock does a song about questioning God and like his religious beliefs. And I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
That's hip-hop.
The greatest rapper I've ever greatest lyricist I've ever heard. And people are just like, it's not the commercial bullshit that's just being forced into people's brain.
Yeah.
That bothers me, world a lot.
What do you think is a, Afro-Americane. What do you think of this appropriation nonsense? What's going on with appropriation? I don't even know what that means.
What is that, like some white chick wearing like an Indian headdress or something?
Like dreads is a big one.
Right.
A white girl in dreads, everyone's like, that's cultural appropriation.
I don't care.
Me either.
It's silly, you know.
That's great. Let's just be done with that.
A hot black chick with blonde hair, I'm not like, hey.
Yeah.
What are you doing, sister?
That's us. Yeah.
Right.
That's our thing. I don't care about that.
Yeah,
there's real issues going on.
And that's just another way we can divide us.
There's
this
issues
appropriation
like,
shit.
like Mark's family shoving his wealth down black people's throat, living in a fucking... Did you see his mansion that he lived in?
I didn't.
It was a fucking hole in the wall, but it was a mansion.
It was a huge goddamn hole in the wall.
It was a big hole.
It's a giant hole.
But it wasn't pretty. Yeah. It's just a tough thing with the whole racial thing. Is like, I've been mugged, I don't know, 8 times.
Here in the city?
Yeah. I've been mugged 3 times in the city and then in New Orleans a ton, and everyone was a black guy. So when I see a black guy, I go, I've been mugged. And I know I'm not supposed to go, shit, I don't think all black people are muggers. Obviously, I'm not an idiot. But I go, that happened, and it wasn't a young Chinese girl who did it. It wasn't a Jew face. It was a black teen or whatever.
So 8 times you were robbed?
Yes.
I think he's the common denominator in these robberies.
Either way, all right. I got, as Bill Burr would say, I got mug me face.
Well, what were you doing? Why were you in that neighborhood, Mark? What were you doing there? What were you wearing?
One, I was living in a few of them. I was wearing gang colors. No, I don't know. I was just wearing a.
I'm being facetious.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Being a white guy growing up in a primarily not white neighborhood, you and I stood out. And I know that people would see me and they go, like, if you're just like a black guy, Puerto Rican guy, we go, oh, he might have boys, he might be part of something. But when you're white, they just go, he's alone.
Yeah.
And I can go get that guy because he doesn't have a crew of whatever. It's that tribal shit. Like, dude, there's no one seeing my tribe is not there, so they think I stayed out. But they wouldn't know that I would come back. It's like, oh, no, I've lived here for years. These guys are my friends. And same thing. Like, I got pulled over more in that neighborhood. The only white guy, people are like, oh, he's there buying drugs. We're going to pull him over.
Right.
I got robbed and shit just because you're the one that stands out.
Yeah.
I'd have to wear a hood and shit and sunglasses when I go by First Ave.
Unabomber?
yeah. No, but it's just like, it's the same thing. It's like a black guy in a white neighborhood. People see and they go, well, that's not supposed to be here. White guy in a black neighborhood, they go, whatever. It's like, and that's fucked up and terrible.
Yeah.
But it's like, you were
the rare Pokemon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
All racing to get you.
No, I got robbed in France by a white guy with a thin mustache, handsome guy, tight jeans.
Wow.
It was like, ridiculous. I was like,
what did he take, the booty?
Did he get you with a baguette?
Yeah, man, we were walking to the Eiffel Tower at 3 a.m. This guy comes out, he goes, pistol. He says the word pistol, pulls a gun on us, and we gave him some money. Literally, we're just like, my friend Chris, who's a physics teacher, goes, I'm not giving you my wallet. I'll give you $5. And he was like, okay. And like, that's how it went down. Like, literally, we were not scared of this guy, but he was just some French guy in Paris with a gun. And
it's nice to know that pistol is the same in French.
Right. Pistola in Mexico. Yeah.
Jesus.
Did he turn the pistol sideways?
No. He was white.
Yeah, that's a black thing.
White guy,
So, were you gunpoint? Where were you? Just took it?
Once, so every time was different. Never a gun, though.
Never a gun.
I had I got a gun on me guy, but I never saw it.
Said, so do I. So what do you want to do, bro?
I was too scared he would call my bluff.
You just called his.
Yeah.
I thought he would go, here's mine.
Stop being a bitch when you get robbed, man.
Yes, I know. People always ask me, why did I rollerblade? But that's why I did, because people
get robbed?
Well, because in my neighborhood, if you would have a bike, It's fine. If you had a bike or skateboard, people would steal it. But you couldn't take the skates off my feet, so someone would come up and be like, yo, what's up? It's like, see ya! I'll fly out of here.
Well, the problem with stealing rollerblades is the guy goes, give me those fucking, and then he's got to lace them up.
I'm a size 7. Like,
it takes 10
give me
minutes.
those things. Are you a size 7?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an 11.5.
I can't fit these. What are these, Wilsons? Wilson rollerblades.
Oh man, my bike getting stolen was like a fucking. It's like a tradition. It was like twice a year as a kid. It was brutal.
That's why I couldn't do bikes anymore. You just didn't bikes.
Bikes were the hell worst. There would be 3 black guys behind me, and they would rub my back tire with their front tire. That was like, all right, you're fucked.
I can see this in the movie, man.
It was bad. And you just your face is like fuck, and then you go, hey, what's going on? They go, hey, let me try your bike. And I go, I can't. I got the seat just how I like it. I'll try to be funny.
I got the seat how I like it.
Yeah, I try to humor my way out of it. And they were like, come on, let me try it. It's a cool bike. I was like, nah, I'm gay. And they were like, come on, let me try your bike. And I go, all right. Like, God damn it. You just get out. You just know. You swing your leg over the seat and you go, here you go. And they would get on. They go, check you. That was a big thing. Check you. And they would just ride off.
You just take your bike.
Just take it like that.
Punk ass white boy. That's what
there was 4 of them.
Yeah, on 3 bikes.
We used to call
they would do the handlebars.
Yeah, you knew your shit was gone.
Oh, they were ready. I mean, if I swung, it was going to be a fucking melee.
That's cool, man. You kind of did like your own, like Tom. You know how Tom's give shoes to like.
Mark got new bike.
Yo, Mark's bikes.
Oh man,
every bike Mark gets goes back to the community.
Yeah. And then I would drive by later, and I would see him fucking with it because they would like take it so it wouldn't look like mine. They would put like a fin on it or new handlebars.
We had a guy who stole the bike across the street from me. Sorry.
Tell the story and we'll take a break.
Yeah, the guy across the street stole my best friend Tom's bike, but then just lived across the street. And so we had it, and he was like, that's my bike. He goes, yeah, that's my bike. So we would just sing this song. We'd go, who stole the bike? Who stole the bike of Tom? It was our passive-aggressive way. We would just sing a song. We would come out. He was like an old crackhead dude. It was just all like, well, he probably needs it more than you, Tom.
Brutal.
So it's like, fine.
Brutal.
Yeah. It's like their mode of transportation. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah,
it was fun for us, but yeah.
Good times, folks. If you had your bike stolen, don't call in. We're going to go to break. We're going to hear some of this faggy Australian rap, I think. So check that out. We'll be right back. Is it bad or is it good?
No, it's great. But it's just so different. It's
okay.
Yeah, the fun house is open. And now the sundown's approaching. The boat shed is where I live it up all day. And magic mushrooms litter the walkway.
Oh, boy. All right, we are back, folks. That was a hell of a break. Look, I got to apologize to the Jews at home. I'm sorry. Ari Shaffir was supposed to call in, and then he was supposed to come in after he got his asshole fingered. But I think his asshole's bigger than we all thought, and they're still up there, folks. It's like the Mexicans in the mines. Or are they Colombians?
33?
Yeah, 33. He's got 33 people in there, and they ain't getting out. It all collapsed. His fallopian tube. What's the asshole called? Esophagus?
Sphincter?
Sphincter?
I don't know.
Something like that. I think it's a tube. What's it called? A rectum? I don't know.
Pink sock.
What do they call
Pink
it in Australia?
Yeah. So, Ari, I'm sorry. I'm going to text him to call in if he can, just to hear his sweet, sweet, high-me voice. But it's not looking good. Sorry, folks. We all love Ari, and I know a lot of you tuned in to hear him, but bottom line is his asshole is more important to him.
Yeah, what prompted this? Is it an age thing, or you got some issues going on?
He's up there in age. He's like 48.
Get the... Are you serious?
No, I think he's like 42.
Yeah, he's 40-something.
Yeah, you got to get that shit.
Unbelievable.
He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks great.
That's really a good ad for like marijuana over beers.
Right.
Because I'm 6 and I look fucked.
You actually look good.
I'm a small child.
You look like a goddamn all-American hero.
Yeah. You look like you killed some fucking sand.
Lone survivor.
Man,
Some sand niggas.
Thank you. I pointed to him for the N-word.
God damn it. I caught it. I wasn't sure if I should do it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I feel like if you walk outside, an eagle would like fall on your shoulder right now.
Yes.
Yeah, you look more American than me.
You do. You
do.
look like, yeah.
You look like a dirty fucking Ellis Island kid.
Yeah, well, that's about summed it up.
Some like grainy black and white photo.
Yeah. Just kissing the beach when you land.
He had $3 in his pocket, and he came in and started Sbarro's Pizza.
Well, he should be killed for that. The pizza sucks.
Okay. That's Michael Scott's best place for pizza in the city.
Oh, wow. He should be killed.
It's The Office.
Who's Michael Scott?
The Office.
Oh, The Office. Oh, I thought you meant a real guy. I was like, who is this idiot? Oh, that's hilarious.
How did you Google that fast? That was crazy.
He's a pro, man. This guy's a real virgin.
My brain.
Brain Google, dog.
That's what
So, yeah, all right. Last race question I'll ask, then we'll move on. Goddamn, everybody's sick of hearing about it.
No, they're not.
All right, maybe they like it. Call in if you like it. Call in if you hate it. Call in if you hate me.
Yeah, ask a racist question.
All right.
Seriously.
Do you really believe that, it's always like, the Oscars are racist. TV's racist. Like, what are you kidding? This is the least racist country on the planet. We got black shows. We got white shows. We got black movies. Hey, black people, you want some more? Make some movies. I know it's easier said than done, but that's how these movies start. It's an indie bullshit. You got to get a camera and get your iPhone and knock it out. Get a fucking Final Cut Pro or whatever.
Yeah. It's out there. There's
black shit.
There's black stuff out there.
And plus, the host was black. They hired a black host before all the shit went down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't watch the Oscars, so honestly, I really don't care, man.
Yeah.
I can't. And to listen to these super famous millionaires complain that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then I get it. We have our award shows, but
right. Oh yeah. What do you got? Soul Train awards.
Award shows. There's we're just fucking snap. We're all look how great we are. Tapping ourselves in the back. It's like you're all fucking rich. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Why don't you do an award show for some nurses and some doctors and some firemen, like people who are really doing shit that fucking isn't just fun.
I ain't watching that shit. That's some white shit. I ain't watching that shit. I ain't watching that.
It'd be pretty boring, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing too. When I was a kid, I loved In Living Color. I loved Martin. But I would ask the kids in my neighborhood, like, you guys watch Seinfeld? And they're like, Seinfeld? That's white shit.
I will admit, I didn't watch Seinfeld.
Me either.
I thought it was a white show. But
right.
I own the entire
box
fucking DVD collection, and I can quote it with anybody.
But why? I'm saying, you're like, that's white shit. Well, maybe white shit's good.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Isn't that racist mentality?
It is.
Yeah.
It's an ignorant, closed-minded thing.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah, maybe more ignorant.
It's
yeah.
Right.
There's a hint of racism there, but yeah, it is really just ignorant.
Yeah, I just feel like no one gets called out on that.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Whitey does. Just saying.
We get called out.
Thank you. All right, let's hear it. I want to hear your side. I'm trying to get it out of you.
I don't honestly, man.
Get uppity.
I don't have anything against black shows. I typically don't watch a lot of black shows. Most just don't really entertain me.
You're not watching Empire?
Well, no, I'm just not into it like that. And for me, like you said, how there's no subtlety.
Yes.
In the urban room,
yes.
I kind of feel like it's almost condescending how crazy. I have watched Blackish. I like Black because it's not over the top.
Right.
I feel like some black comedy, black shows can be over the top.
Yeah.
Like in a black show, more shit will happen before the first commercial break than an entire season of a white show.
Right.
It's like, let the shit build up.
Yes. Yes.
If Dexter was black, he would be like a fucking, if Dexter was black, he would be a cop, a murderer, a preacher, a basketball player. He would have all this other shit going on.
And his name would be Derek instead of Dexter. But you're right.
Yeah. But it's getting better. I just feel like black TV shows are really coming along because Blackish isn't really over the top. I feel like black shows can either be too ghetto or they try way too hard to put, they make the black people unrelatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to have the strong black woman who's like the fucking head lawyer.
It's clearly pandering.
Yeah. It's just like, what about the normal black people?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I hate to say Cosby was like the Cosby Show to me wasn't a black show. It was a great show I grew up on.
Yeah.
And it was just like Family Matters wasn't a black show. It was just a show.
Yeah.
But then when she's like, it's like my girlfriend's because my girlfriend's Thai and she's always like, where are my Asian shows? And we watch what the fuck?
Fresh Off the Boat.
And I like Fresh Off the Boat. You don't like it?
I've never seen it.
I feel like there hasn't been any Asian shows on TV, so I feel like where the jokes are, it's like maybe 30 years behind because they're just knocking out all those Asian stereotypes.
Do you watch it though?
No, I haven't. I can't say.
That's the thing is I watch it and at first you go, oh, this is some bullshit, but then you get into it, it's like, oh no, they're writing good stories. Ali Wong writes for it, Cheng Wang writes for it. So like,
Asian writers.
They have good writers.
I made the wrong assumption.
That's what I thought Blackish was, to be honest. When I saw Blackish, I was like, this is the most offensive thing I've ever seen in my life. But then people are like, no, it's good. Blackish? What does that mean? It's like, hey, it's Blackish. I'm like, this sounds
I've gotten yelled at for saying Blackish.
Yeah.
Like from a black guy who's like, you can't say Blackish. What's black? What does black represent? I'm like, I'm just saying black. You know what I'm talking about. And then there's a show called Blackish. So what the fuck?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like, if you're not doing stereotypically black stuff, people go, oh, you're not really black. It's like, that's offensive to me.
I agree with you.
I agree. 100%. All right, I get it.
I would rather you call me a nigger than say I'm not black.
Right.
Then come. That's I hate that.
I agree.
But
1,000%.
black people do it to you.
That's what's fucked. That's the conundrum. That's what's fucked up.
Right.
I'm not black enough for you over here, and I'm not black enough for my own people. It's like, what do you? Yeah. That's messed up.
Yes.
Have you guys seen Jonah from Tonga?
No.
I've seen one episode of that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was funny because I think I saw that because what's that other show the guy does? He dresses like Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, I watched
Summer
that.
Heights High.
Yeah, and I kind of fell into that other show. Yeah.
So this is an Australian dude. An
is he white?
Chris Lilly playing a like Samoan
same dude.
Yeah.
That would not fly in America.
Tongan.
Is this like Soul Man kind of thing?
Yeah.
No, it's like this kid. So he plays, he got famous for a show called Summer Heights High, where he plays all these different characters. So he plays like a private school girl, this Tongan high school kid, a drama teacher. The show's awesome. But when it came out here, I think they showed it on HBO, and it fucking went crazy. It's like, is that blackface? Like people went insane.
That's not fair to do. I would say that's not fair to do. If that's not a thing in your country, don't fucking call that shit racist if they bring it here.
Yeah,
right.
People might say I'm wrong for that, but hey,
I like that.
That doesn't have that meaning for them.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have that history, so you just got to watch it for what it is.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about it is that his classmates in the show, it was filmed where I grew up, like at a school near where I grew up, and they just used regular school kids to be his friends because they're the exact character that he's trying to be.
Yeah.
So a bunch of, 3 out of those 4 kids aren't actual actors.
He looks like Michael Madsen right there. Is his name Michael Madsen?
Michael Madsen, a little bit.
You're right.
Yeah. A lot of Asians in Australia.
Yeah.
Very Asian heavy.
Big Vietnamese population.
I didn't know there was anybody in Australia. I thought it was like 50 guys just fucking living in the dirt.
That was last year. We're up to 63.
With boonie hats and big knives and boots and tiny shorts on.
Fighting alligators.
Riding kangaroos.
Yeah. I mean,
so you live in the city or the suburbs?
No, I live in Melbourne, like in the city.
Melbourne?
Yeah, just like maybe 10 minutes from downtown.
Oh, yeah, I use minutes and hours over there. That's cool.
Yeah.
People do that, don't they? That's like, do you guys use the same? It's like, yeah, motherfucker, we use the same.
Yeah. It's a cool city. It was very safe. I was walking around at 5 a.m. drunk. No one gave a shit.
No.
It's nice.
We all do.
Yeah.
It's probably the best time to walk around drunk.
Right. It was a cool city.
One more point to make.
Please, thank you. I've been trying to get it out of you.
Like the Orange is the New Black. You guys like that show?
Yeah.
Don't like it. Don't like it. No.
Do tell.
I feel like the whole show, the premise is a white woman can't go to jail. That's what makes the show. I mean, look at her. She doesn't fit in. She's some innocent lady.
She's not white.
No, that's not true. Because she's a white upper class lawyer. Look, there's other white chicks in there.
Yeah.
I know, but for her, it's like, but for the white characters that are in there, when you look at her, you'll go, oh yeah, she's definitely a druggie and she deserves to be in, not deserves, but she looks like she would be in jail. But for her, it's just like, I'm just prissy white woman. I don't belong here. That show would never fly. You could never take a corporate, the same character, but black, it would be believable. Yeah, black woman in jail.
I don't know. If you had but let's talk about it. If you had a black woman who was just like, who's like, hello, how is everything? I don't know I can't do a white accent. I'm just doing it already.
You mean your own voice?
Exactly. Yeah. No, but it's like, and she had the same, like she was a lawyer, blah, blah, blah.
Like Jada Pinkett Smith?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, there you go.
She could easily play that like...
I think she could do it.
She could do it, but I don't think it would be that big of a hit.
You're probably right.
Because white women are like, oh my God, because that's the thing. The white women would go, oh my God, that would be me.
Yes.
That would be me. What would I do?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Be a wrongfully
you got a point
just
there.
Like, I don't think you would really see any movies where like the twist at the end, the killer is a black dude. Because it's like, oh, yeah. Yep. Should have known
Candyman? Wasn't Candyman black?
Yeah, but he was like what do you call like
I didn't even see it.
Serial killer, villain, weird kind of dude. But I mean, like a twist at the end where like it's shocking. It's a black dude that did it.
Unbreakable.
Oh.
Superhero movie.
Yeah. That is hilarious. I've never seen Candyman.
Remember those movies from the 90s?
Great.
Oh, that movie was terrifying. Jesus Christ. That was real in New Orleans. But yeah, God damn, that's scary. But remember in the 90s when they'd have a sci-fi
He's
movie?
handling the bees all right. Nicolas Cage didn't handle the bees on his face that well. This guy's a lot more chilled out.
Ah, fuck. But yeah, remember in the 90s they'd have a sci-fi movie and the president was black. And it was like, whoa, what year is this?
Yeah, and the world's always coming to an coming in those movies.
That's true. You guys got to step it up.
No. I'll be honest, the world's kind of coming to an end now.
Let's talk about that now.
Somebody had a great point on Twitter. A black woman said, if it was talking about Trump, like if Obama had 4 wives, fucked this up, blew me, ate him out, we'd be talking about, but it's a good point. You really would. You'd be like, oh, these black presidents, I'll tell you. Yeah.
Dude, with the politics shit, man, honestly, it matters who says it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It matters who says it, man. It's just like this whole Benghazi thing. You're aware of the Benghazi situation?
Yeah.
If that happened...
No, you go ahead.
Sounds important.
Sorry.
Benghazi, the guys were killed at the...
And Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, the Clinton thing. Now, if that happened under the watch of a Republican president, Republicans will go, this happens all the time. Look at all these attacks that have happened on, all these embassies. It's not a big deal. These guys knew what they were getting into, but the fact that they don't like Obama, now all of a sudden it's like, he abandoned these Americans. This is, they knew it was happening. It's just,
we're so divided.
That is a thing that I do wonder about. Are we super divided now because the news and the media has culminated to this thing where it's like Republican versus Democrat? Or is it because people are like, I have a black president, we don't like a black president? Like, I don't know if it just happened at the same time or it's genuinely because people are like black president versus Fox News fucking versus...
I think it's a mix. And I listened to a podcast. You guys like Malcolm Gladwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about this.
He's mixed.
Yeah, he is. And he's Canadian. He talked about, I can't remember the terminology. Damn it. I fucked up. I can't remember the term. I can't remember the term now.
I read his book, Blink. All about first impressions?
Yeah, they're all on YouTube, all of his books. I listened to all of his books.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's called Moral Licensing.
Okay.
He talked about this in his podcast. Basically, like with Obama. There's people who probably voted for Obama to go, hey, look, I'm not racist. I voted for this black dude.
Sure.
But now that they've done something good, they feel like they can do something bad because they showed everybody else. So now it's just like, no, we're not racist. We can talk shit about black people. And you hear people say that. We're not a racist country. We have a black president. It's
You hear it all the time.
So it's like this moral licensing thing.
I like that.
We have a black president now. That means we're all equal.
Right.
But we can say racist shit.
I know a bunch of white people who march on Black Lives Matter and they do all that, but they live in a gated community around no black people.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, which one is it?
Yeah.
Do you care about blacks, but you don't want to be near them? I don't get that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It goes back to what I said before about how, I'd say something like, we need to have some sort of PSA to teach people how to act around cops. And everybody goes, whoa, that's racist. And you go, well, how do you know what race I'm talking about? You're racist. Your brain went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen videos. Some black country singer had made this video. Okay, guys, this is how you deal with police. I'm like, this is so condescending, man.
Right.
I'm a grown man. I know how to act around police, man.
Right.
I know how to act around police.
I wonder about that though, because I'll be honest, when I was trained how to act around police growing up. We were talking about this before.
Were you?
Where'd you grow up?
Really?
Yeah, I grew up a block out of Newark and East Orange, in New Jersey.
It's just they treat everybody in that area a certain way.
Yeah.
They're not going to go into the nice suburbs and rough people up. They're not going to do it.
Sure. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they know they tend to think you don't have a recourse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't have money for a lawyer.
Exactly. But if you got some white kid that's wearing, like him right there, I'm pretty sure, and I'm not trying to call him out, but I'm pretty sure cops really wouldn't talk that much shit to him because they might go, you know what? I don't know who this guy's dad is. Yeah. It looks like he might have money.
Yeah.
And I could really get in trouble. I have this guy's dad could donate to our precinct. I have no idea. But when you feel like people don't have a recourse, you're going to do a lot of bad shit to them, man.
Yeah.
So
that's why the video is good. Now we got videos on the
But now you need to know what they have for breakfast and all that type of shit when it comes to the video. Because back in the day, it's just like, well, there's no video. And then videos come out. So it's like, well, what happened before the video?
Oh, it was wild. It was bananas before the video.
Guys, I must say you should all learn an Australian accent because nothing calms Americans down more than just fucking get it, mate.
Yeah,
all right.
See, I like that. I feel a lot better now.
I just worry about black society. I worry about everything because they do all these studies of best run city, and it's always South Dakota, Bismarck or whatever, and it's all these white cities.
But they're tiny though.
I guess they're tiny. Some are all right. Sioux Falls and shit,
Even Republicans, they do that shit too when it comes everybody in Switzerland has a gun. It's just but you don't even look into the fact. For one, it's like a goddamn communist country or whatever.
Right.
A socialist country or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And their population isn't even half the size of New York City. So it's just when you're trying to manage that many people, it's a lot easier to manage a fewer people than it is millions of people.
Yeah.
So just trying to equate the two, with their gun laws and this and that and the school systems, it's they have, they don't have that many people.
But I think there is some deep-seated anger with the whole slavery thing. You know, you learn about it. It's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
As a black guy. So if you have an inch more anger than I do, you might be more willing to pop off.
Yeah, but I think it's a voiceless thing, because I live in Ruckersville. It's a lot of poor white people there.
Yeah.
And I remember not too long ago, I saw this kid. He gets in the car. It's a shitty Bonneville, and it's got plastic on the window. And I'm looking at this kid like, man, that's fucked up. When this kid grows up, people are going to think that everything was handed to him if he gets out of that situation.
Oh, that's a great observation.
That sucks for him.
Yes.
But at the same time, as a black person, when you have something, people think, fucking affirmative action.
Right, or welfare.
Yeah, you didn't earn it.
Right.
That's the thing. And this is what I would challenge white people to do, man.
Please, let's hear it.
We always hear how bad black men are, and the black community is in such disarray and all this kind of stuff. So when we come up with programs to try to help black men, you hear the same people that complain about black men are the problem. When we try to help black men, those same people go, "Oh, look at that! If there was a scholarship for all whites, it'd be racist."
Right.
It's like, well, let us help these brothers out so we can get,
Yeah.
Don't say we're the problem, and then when we try to fix it,
right?
Or you say go create like people say, black people always complaining that they're not represented on TV.
Yes.
Robert Johnson, he goes out and creates BET, right? Where's our white entertainment TV? It's like, but you said don't complain and go out and create our, and we did.
Good point.
And then you fucking slam us for it. The same thing with the beauty pageants. Black women are being support, not being represented in a beauty pageant. Black people go out and do their own thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's racist. It's not racist. You said don't complain and go out and do your own thing. And when we do, we get shit for that too, man.
I like it.
So if we're going to fix our community, let us do it.
Right.
Just let us fix it.
I think Whitey just has this vibe of like, oh, you don't want us in? You do your own thing. You hate us. It's like the Seinfeld thing I was saying when I was growing up, and I go, Martin's great, and they go, yeah, and I go, you watch Seinfeld? They go, no, I don't watch that white shit. You're like, well, what the fuck?
Did you have white friends that watched Martin too?
I did. Yeah,
you did.
I watched Martin. I didn't watch Seinfeld.
But you grew up in a.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed. I didn't get Seinfeld till I was older. Now I'm like, I love it, but I was like, it was Martin. We all grew up on Martin.
Good? I've never seen Martin.
It's great. It's a great. Well, Martin Lawrence is hilarious.
Yeah, of course.
But the bottom line comes back to, you start thinking as a white guy, you start going, well, let's say the whole thing was flipped. Let's say black people ran the country. Like they're the majority. They brought white people over here on boats from Europe, and we were enslaved. Let's say the whole thing was flipped, and then you start hearing about BET, you start hearing about Ebony, and you go, well, shit. What if we were the minority? We'd have nothing. You wouldn't include us in anything.
No, it would be the exact same. There would be white entertainment TV.
Yeah.
Would there?
Yeah, if it was exactly flipped. The only thing that happened is because of this, just the color of our skin doesn't mean, oh man, here I go. The color of our skin doesn't mean anything, but it's like, that would mean that we went through the conditions that they went through.
You would be the minority.
Yeah, we would be the minority.
You would just be the minority.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same.
Yeah. Have you been to many places where white people are the minority? Like I was doing shows in Hong Kong last year, and I heard the term guilo a few times, and I was like, what is that?
That's like it
means white ghost.
Yeah, I like that.
White ghost.
White
That's cool. It's like a superhero. He's the white ghost.
Yeah, man. I just that's the thing. As a white person, you don't need to name your networks. That is white. It's just you just name it what it is. But people only complain about BET just because the word black is in the name. But
that's true.
They're centric and like TV One. No one complains about that. But the fact you see black, and it's just like, oh, I gotta get offended. I have to flip the tables here.
Well, I never thought about the whole thing of like, you start your own shit and then you do it and then we get mad. I never thought about it.
And then it's like, oh, where'd you get that fucking money? You know what I mean?
Right. I never think that, but yeah.
Well, not you, but people do. Like, oh yeah, they were probably given some money to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, we can't earn anything, man. We get shit from black people for not being black enough.
Right.
And then you got white people saying, no, you're not really black because you speak well. It's like, don't say that.
Right.
I agree with that 1,000%.
That's offensive to me. You trying to say that black is only the negative stuff?
Hey, that sucks. But I will say, if we're talking affirmative action, like UCLA has this thing where they do like, we're going to let underprivileged kids in, and you're like, well, you got these super smart Asian kids who are not being let in because like, we got too many Asians. Yeah. And it's like, well, that's horrible math. Like, that's
ironically,
yeah, exactly. That's horrible. It's a horrible system because this kid worked hard. He learned the violin. His mom beat him with a switch. The whole thing's Tiger Mom. The whole thing. And then now he can't get in because we got to let some underprivileged kid in who might not deserve it as much.
Yeah.
So that sucks for the Asians.
I heard about that too. I think it's the same for Indians as well. But I've kind of heard it. The thing is, they test so fucking high that a lot of the really smart people just can't get in because the test scores are so high. They're only taking like the super cream of the crop. Yeah. So you can get a 99.8, but these other guys got the 99 point. I don't know what the tests are, but you know what I mean? They're testing so high that they almost screw themselves for being so smart.
It sucks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We need smart people.
That's my incentive.
Yeah. Who has that great joke about how smart people, that we shouldn't vote on a president, we just let the smartest guy do it. Just let him do it. Or her, sorry. You know?
Yeah.
We're just sitting around going, I like this guy's hair and I want to have a beer with him. Who gives a shit? Let the smart guy run the country.
That's what, in the ER, when I used to work in the ER, the thing that was a fact was the charismatic doctor was the one who got sued the least.
There you go.
We had a super smart doctor. Yeah. Two States of Stories.
That's makes sense.
Yeah,
it does. We're animals.
We had these guys. I worked with a doctor specifically who was very nerdy. He looked like Dr. Octopus. He was a fucking nerdy, slimy looking guy. Best doctor I ever worked with.
Yeah.
Got sued constantly.
Look at that.
Because people just didn't trust the way he looked, because he looked like, he was like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he so weird looking? Then we had this really handsome Italian fucking ripped guy, and he was like,
I'm hard.
Yeah. I'm hard. We're all hard. But then he never got fucking sued. Ever, because he was charismatic. People trust. It was like, it's kind of fucked up.
How you doing, man?
It's like the creepy office guy. You know, that guy won't stop hitting on me. He's a creep, but he's ugly. But then the hot guys, he's hitting on you.
Yeah.
You know? It's all the same shit. And I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that every president who's won has been taller.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the same thing with the military. With generals, most generals are over 6 feet.
Right. And pilot, you always see pilots always like a handsome, tall, white guy with a full head of hair.
The confidence from being taller, or people looking at him and saying, like, you're a taller guy. I'm
I think the people looking gives you the confidence.
Yeah. All right.
Chicken and the egg.
Yeah.
Boy, covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah. That's Malcolm Gladwell podcast I listened to. They were actually talking about the first female Australian prime minister and how people gave her so much shit. And that's basically what they were saying with this, how like sometimes people will open the door, they'll have a woman prime minister, and then after that they close the door. Like how people are already saying like there's not going to be another black president.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, he's done.
Man, I remember Patrice on here like 5-6 years ago saying that he thinks racism would be over when the black president could just be an average president. You know, they have to be the best thing ever. And he's like, there's so many average white presidents. If there's an average black one, that's how you know it's over.
Jackie Robinson wouldn't have been the first dude if he was just fucking like Vince Coleman from back then. The Cardinals. You know what I mean? He had to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's my last racist thing. It's not racist, it's racial. But I feel like, and this is an assumption and an opinion, and I could be wrong, so please help me. But hands up, don't shoot.
Bang, 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 gang, gang. What was
your
it?
Gats and your hoes and your cop killings and your Gats and your Glocks.
He's so stiff.
Yeah, I'm very stiff. I was beaten.
I don't like the hands up before the comment.
Like.
Yeah,
I'm doing all right, fucking.
Hands up, don't blog. That's what you're doing.
Hands up, don't blog. Get your hands off the keyboard, motherfucker.
Hands up, don't
blog.
That's a t-shirt already. That's already done.
Go to my website and buy that shirt. Yeah. All right. So I feel like smart guy, more than me. You're smarter than me. But I feel like a lot of black folk, oh boy, this is where the lights are going to go out. I feel like there's not a lot of internalizing with the black community. It's a lot of like, this is happening to us. You guys do this. You're holding us down. What about, shit, we could work on that. We could fix that.
It does happen.
Uh-huh.
We have to be very, very careful. Go back to the black Republican thing.
Yes.
So you got guys like Larry Elder and who's Michael Steele, but he's not as bad, but they get on TV and they say all these things about black people. What about, black on black crime? It's the absence of the black father in the house.
Right.
And then people go, yeah, we like that guy. And it said, we have to be careful not to become mouthpieces for like a Republican Party and seem like we're bashing our people too much, because it seems like you just really start reinforcing stereotypes.
Yeah.
And then people will start treating you a certain way.
I see. So you don't want to, you know it's there, but you don't want to oh my God, Ari Shaffir just walked in with a sore asshole. Get on the mic, Ari. We got like 10 minutes left. I can't believe you made it. I'm so proud of you. Oh, he looks like he's been pounded in the ass. He's hunched over. He's moaning.
They fill you with air.
Oh, you're like a firestone.
Have you farted it out yet?
I farted a lot of it out, but more is coming.
Oh my
like
God.
So full of air.
You look thinner.
Yeah, I lost 5 pounds yesterday.
Holy shit.
All these laxatives, you just keep shitting and shitting and shitting.
Wow. So what happened? Give us a quick play. We got like 6 minutes.
They talk to you about your drug use.
Okay.
I was like, marijuana, but that's not a drug. She goes, it is a drug. I'm like, it's debatable.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, it's for anesthesia. I'm like, all right, I'll allow it for that.
There
for
you
sure.
go.
It makes me tired. And then there's like, anything else? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, well, mushrooms. And she was like, what is that? And I was like, mushrooms? She's like, yeah, I've never, what is that? I was like, they're like, you eat mushrooms and it has psychoactive reactions? She's like, no. You gotta go on Google and look it up, show her. Anyway, so then they give you the IV. Corazon.
Yeah.
That was her name. Pumps you full of the stuff that Michael Jackson got.
Ooh.
So I got the rundown. Here's where Michael Jackson went wrong.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to give oxygen to the people. The theory is that doctor was like, fuck it, I do this all the time. He went, did some drugs himself, took a nap.
Oh, man.
Lost a legend.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mike took a nap, Mike took a dirt one.
Or a pedophile.
Yeah.
Either way
or
you
a
look at
pedophile.
it.
Yeah, well, legendary
Hey, I'm not gonna
pedophile.
let you
I mean, in
sit
terms of
here
pedophiles, he's like one of the best.
He's the top. He's the king of pedophile. Hand pop. Finger pop and hymens. Oh, too much?
Oh, that was so wet.
What was
Did
that,
you
a fart?
hear that? He definitely
Yeah, it was a
shit
fart.
a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
my
I've been
God.
shitting a lot. The farts, Dennis saw, you wipe farts away, and there's still like this fluid, this viscous.
It's a food
That's
ghost.
shitting yourself. That's not if stuff comes out.
Fuck.
Oh my God! You look like you're in pain. On the
It
floor,
hurts
folks.
so much.
We got video of this, so the video will come out.
Jesus Christ. Are you...
We got 7 minutes left. All right, where are you going to be this weekend?
Is he praying to Mecca?
He's not
I'm gonna
facing
Did not
Mecca.
see this coming.
I'm gonna be in Montreal. I'm going to the. I'm doing a solo show on Tuesday. A week from this Tuesday, and then I'm doing my storyteller shows Tuesday through Saturday.
Oh, great! I hope this
At
becomes a
midnight.
story.
Oh fuck! I don't see. I would, but you figure it out.
This is you're getting it all.
You can't get away from it. It's just full of air. They pump you full of air.
Weird.
So like, you want to see my asshole?
Yeah.
What's your PSI level?
Take a look at these babies.
Oh, we got pics, folks.
That's a clean asshole. That's a clean asshole.
We'll get a shot of this for Twitter.
So you got a clean bill of health?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Look at that. Looks like a fucking eardrum.
Dude, if a girl had an asshole that clean, I would finger her all day.
I'd eat it.
Man.
Yeah.
What's it
Wow.
look like?
You got to see this, Cody.
Now this
Pass
feels
that
like
down.
radio.
It looks like an empty eye socket.
They don't have assholes like that in Australia.
That is a beauty.
It's actually
though.
pretty clean.
Were you out? Were you
Yeah, I
out?
was out. Fuck. This fucking air.
What does the camera look like? Would they show you the camera?
No, it looks like a little rod, like a snake.
Uh-huh.
You ever see
rotor?
you ever see the new what was that movie that everybody hated? Sci-fi movie?
Oh, Centipede.
Human centipede?
Human Centipede.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
There's one they went to another planet and they reinvented the storyline for this alien type
Oh,
thing.
that one. What was that called?
Ishtar.
No,
No,
Ishtar.
the one-
Battlefield Earth?
No, the one where it's supposed to be like the prequel to
Yeah, prequel.
Oh, Prometheus.
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 Yeah, those little fucking snaky things.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, so that's in me. And then I just gotta fart it all out. They give me some apple juice.
Your asshole
God.
looks like
Yes?
UFC fighter cauliflower ear.
Yes.
Had his fucking
A lot of jujitsu.
rear naked choke to his asshole.
I feel bad, all right, but they were giving us 5 minutes left. You came all the way here, and you look like death.
No, we can do 9 more minutes.
What do you think?
What are we gonna what do we gotta get Sam Brown in here? Relax.
Sam Roberts.
Whatever.
Hack.
Hack?
I'm joking. He's a good guy. But where are you going to be? We got Montreal. All right, where are you going to be, Cody?
Oh.
I'm at the stand all week and then Montreal next week.
Give me
and then-
Twitter.
At the Nick Cody, but I'm more on Instagram than I am Twitter.
And then Nick Cody and I are both going to be in Edinburgh.
Yes.
For the Fringe Festival.
Edinburgh Fringe,
What time's your show, Nick?
9:20.
Oh, I got 6:30.
It's called Come Get Some.
Oh.
Mine is called RESPECT.
Love it. I love it. Well, this is a real windbag.
Is Come Get Some spelled CUM?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
It better be.
And then SUM for some. It's a triple X maths show.
Yeah, come on my algebra.
Come get math. Yeah, that's nice.
What do you got, Greg Stone?
You go to check out my podcast, the Rad Dudecast, and my Twitter is Greg Stone _.
I have another plug.
Please.
Please do not check out the Radcast with Greg Stone.
What are you thinking, Chris Allen?
I'm with you this weekend
Oh, that's right. Where are we?
at the Providence. Comedy Connection.
Nice. Rhode Island. Cool club.
Yeah, I also have a podcast, NPR, Negro Please Radio. You can't forget that, people.
No.
That's right. Check it out on iTunes.
I got a blowjob in the car at the Providence, Rhode Island.
Whoa.
Whatever.
I had never happened to me.
Great blowjob.
Wait. She was an audience member who blew you in her car?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's like, I'll take you home. I was like, okay. But I didn't want to go upstairs to the hotel because, that's could be a few hour process.
Yeah. So how'd you negotiate that?
It really just kind of happened.
All right.
Just sort of start making out, and then, I don't know. It was just like when you really don't want them to come upstairs, you're just you pull it out.
Ah, the pull out.
Fuck!
What was that casino? That scene in Casino?
Yes, Sharon Stone.
Yeah, slide over, honey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just pulls her head down.
Oh, that was so hot.
Slide over, honey.
Slide over, honey.
Tiny Italian
He's talking about how they get the veal flown in and shit as she's sucking his dick.
Just hands the audience member 7 pictures of his arsehole. Yeah. Toot on this a bit.
I hope you didn't do what you did. That's what he says. I hope you didn't do. That'd be really bad if you did what I thought you did.
Man. So seductive.
Laying on the floor now in a seductive Titanic drawing position.
Do you have anal with chicks?
Sorry, what?
Do you have anal with chicks?
Anal?
Yeah.
I've done it before a couple times.
Honestly, does this change your whole perspective on you don't want to do it to a woman now because you know what it gonna?
No, I don't want to shove air up there.
Oh, that's what it is.
I want to fart into their assholes.
Okay,
no, it's not the asshole itself that's sore. It's my stomach.
Oh.
They pump you full of air to expand it so they can really get a look around.
Oof. Maybe we should push on your gut and it'll just...
That's what I was trying to do.
You can sit on it.
It'll push out,
Yeah, maybe step on my stomach. Like
an air mattress.
Mr. Jefferson's wife.
Yeah, we're trying to fold you. Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, boy, he is writhing.
I wonder how much air they put in there.
All of it. I think all of it. I think you guys...
all the air?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think we just killed the rainforest by how much air is up my fucking asshole.
Yeah, if a flight goes down, it'll just suck out of your ass.
Yeah, they're going to find that Indian flight in there.
All right, I'm at Mark Norm. You know me on the twits.
Yeah.
Was that Mark Norman taken?
Yeah, some fucking real estate bitch. And I emailed the guy and he wrote me a nasty comment. So fuck you and fuck. I hope you never sell a house again. Was that another fart?
Yep.
God damn! It sounds like the
so wet.
Yeah, it sounds like a breezy meadow.
It's like a sound effect fart.
Yeah, it's like
it's a cackling brook.
That's your tape right now.
Oh, he's not even using it. Wow.
At Mark Norm, he's not even using it. That cunt, Mark Norman. July 2012. He's got 8 tweets.
You should get it now.
I'll try it again. Have you listening, Mark Normand?
Call Twitter.
Call Sirius and blow me.
Fucking egg.
Yeah.
If you're an egg, you can get off Twitter.
Yeah, chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
Mark Norm. I'm at the Comedy Connection this weekend, Friday, Saturday with Chris. I'm at the Punchline on Sunday in Philly. Check my website. I'm going to Portland. I'm going to Tampa. I'm going to New Orleans, hometown hero. I'm going to be all over this goddamn. I'm going to Madison, Wisconsin. What's that, Ari?
Where are you playing in New Orleans?
I'm doing the Joy Theater, my first theater gig.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I hope I can sell that with some high school chums.
We were at Bonnaroo, just to give you a note on what Mark Norman is all about.
Please.
And, at the end of the festival, they had the staff had a big crawfish boil.
Yeah.
And Mark, I don't know where he was. He was off somewhere. And he showed up when it was over.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of drinking and doing acid and stuff and kind of winding down. And he was having a good time, Mark. And then he looked over the table. He goes, "What? Look at all these crawfish. Nobody's eating them.
Yes.
There's a tail here. There's a head."
I sifted through the scraps and I found crumbs that people left.
No one eats more leftovers on other people's plates than Mark Normand.
I grew up without food, so
that's why you won Best Jew with the Creakies.
All right, well, what do you got, Ari? Anything else you want to plug besides your asshole later?
I have a podcast,
Skeptic Tank, and Punch Drunk Sports. And you guys, you know what? Everyone just enjoy the summer. It's one of the greatest times of the year. There you go. And
get outside, fuck in the streets.
Oh, and buy Joe List's album. Are you mad at me? He needs money. He's getting married. And
Are you mad at me? Every album purchase has $3 straight into Joe List's pocket.
There you go. And Tuesdays with Stories. And I think we're getting the rip, right? Oh, you're talking to Roland. How much time do we have?
None.
Oh, great. We have 0 time. Thanks, Sirius. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Ari. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Dennis, for filming. We'll put the video up. This was the best radio show ever recorded. This is the new Patrice. I'll take Geraldo. You can be Burr. I'll be Louie. Yeah. And Nick Cody, you'll be Rich Voss. Yeah. All right.
At Chris Allen Comedy, ALAN on Twitter, folks. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for making it. We love you, hero, and Godspeed and praise Allah.
All right.
I see London, I see France, I see Sammy's underpants. I'd do the smell check on while you were wearing them. I'd spread your legs and bury my nose in there.
Oh, he's rutting. He's rutting around in your drawers. Just getting your nose in there, trying to find a truffle.
Yeah.
A little shit truffle.
God damn it.
That's disgusting.
God damn it.
I'm quite certain I would have remembered that.
Yeah. I remember your little slippy footy PJs. I'd throw you on your stomach by force and bury my nose in there and see if you was minding your P's and Q's. And you'd be flicking your little ankle in my hand. Click, 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 click. And I'd be opening up your legs like a wishbone smelling. I'd get in there with my nose.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd pull my nose out. Your little feety pajamas would be crammed into your bottom because of the force in which I use my nose.
You'd forget to open the hatch. Yeah. You'd be so into it, you wouldn't open the hatch.
Yeah, I'd slam my face in there. It looked like that plane hitting a runway in Russia.
Shit.
I would love to know what's going on inside you that you have to act these.
That's fantastic.
Act these out.